Restrictions apply.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligible.
This summer, get outside and enjoy a quick round of golf at the Twin Lakes Golf Course in Palatine. Twin Lakes features an executive 9-hole golf course with a driving range, cafe, and pro shop. Just starting the game, lessons are available. Take a couple of hours for yourself and stop at the Twin Lakes Rec Area off Northwest Highway and hit the links. For a tee time, call 847-934-6050. Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit BenderDentalCare.com.
And we're back with WCK, Comfort Keepers Radio. So, Julianne, what got you interested in Comfort Keepers?
Mom passed. We were concerned about Dad being alone.
And Phil, what's it like to have a caregiver around?
Well, it's great. They help me get ready for the day and drive me wherever I need to go.
And I heard you guys are cooking together, too.
I'm learning.
It's been a huge relief knowing someone's there.
Learn more at ComfortKeepers.com.
It is 6:06 on a Wednesday morning. Welcome to Studio 14 in downtown Elgin as we get ready for the first shift. I'm Marky B reporting. As right here on the Talk of the Town, we start the first shift each day with our Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Wednesday morning to you from WRMN and from the Fox River Valley Media Network.
Welcome to the first shift, right here on the Voice of the Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Don't get that excited. I'm only introducing Marky B. Exactly. Featuring local news and sports, your Fox Valley forecast and local traffic twice an hour at 15 and 45 minutes past. Timely interviews, a radio shopping show preview, milestones and memories, and born on dates of the lates and greats. Elgin Trivia, and all of your phone calls, texts, and Facebook comments as part of the staff meeting. The First Shift is the most informative, entertaining, and interactive morning show in all of the Fox River Valley and beyond.
You liar!
Well, okay. At least it makes great background noise, whether you're at work, in the car, or at home.
Whatever.
Your host, Marky B, maintains an upbeat attitude every day despite the fact that he's saddled with an overall lack of talent, a delusioned ego, and false hope for a bright future.
Loser.
Yeah, he's pretty much a loser. But at least he tries. Welcome to Studio 14 in downtown Elgin for The First Shift on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
It is 10 past 6. Welcome to a Wednesday here at Studio 14 in downtown Elgin as we get things underway today. The 213th day here in week number 31 and quarter number 3, July 31st, the final day of the year. Not the year, sorry, doing two things at the same time. Can't write and talk at the same time. Final day, it's not December 31st, it's July 31st. A little bit different. Final day of the month, getting ready for the month of August. And we're live here in downtown Elgin. Oh, it's going to be a hot day. I'll tell you about the forecast coming up for today and the rest of the week in just a moment. Let's start by letting you know what's happening on the show today. Wednesday morning means it's a Larry Jones day. And are you jonesing for Larry? Well, you get your shot at him this morning between 7 and 9 a.m. Give us a call at 847-931-1410. Talk to Larry, talk to me maybe, and talk to the rest of our listeners, the first shifters who are all listening in today and hopefully being a part of the show. We can talk about news, we can talk about nonsense. We'll probably talk about some news today as we had another shooting in Elgin yesterday afternoon in a common spot for trouble, I would say, the southeast side when we do have trouble here in Elgin on Raymond Street. So I'll go over the details of the story that we know so far coming up in this hour. Larry joins me at 7, and I'm not sure what kind of conversation that makes, but we can talk about that and talk about some other things as well. I'll give you a few ideas when I get into our news here shortly. Prior to Larry being here, I may share a little bit of First Shift 411 for you today. I got a couple of new things in. Let's see. A couple of songs this hour as I have queued up some James Taylor for you this hour. And maybe a little Poco. Both James Taylor and Poco were in the news on this date in music history. Speaking of music, we have a More Music Hour coming up at 9 a.m. today on a Wednesday, so you can make a request. I know Downtown Jose, who sent me the first text letting me know yesterday that there was a problem in Elgin going on. Thank you, Jose, for that. He wants some Stevie Ray Vaughan, so I'll try to work some Stevie Ray Vaughan in today. Yesterday was Blues Day Tuesday, but I didn't get to Stevie Ray Vaughan, who plays a lot of rock and blues. So we're always taking requests for the More Music Hour, which comes your way this morning between 9 and 10. It's the final More Music Hour of this week. Because tomorrow we have Brian Anderson in with Kane County Speaks, and his guest tomorrow, Gretchen Butler, running for auditor here in Kane County. Then on Friday, we'll have our Friday festivities, which includes the Chief, Badge 240. Talked to her on the phone briefly yesterday, and ironic timing of our phone call because I bet it was about the same time that the shooting took place in the city of Elgin. I want to say it was in the 1 o'clock hour when the Chief and I spoke on the phone yesterday. Anna Lally, Elgin Police Chief. I kind of accidentally called her. I didn't really mean to call her. My new cell phone decided to call her. And so when it started ringing and I couldn't figure out a way to stop it, and then she answered, I guess we decided to talk at that point. So thanks for answering your phone yesterday, Chief. And we caught up a little bit for a few minutes, and the Chief will be in tomorrow morning. And I swear that was right about the time yesterday. If 1:47 was shooting time in the city of Elgin on Raymond Street yesterday, the Chief and I might have been talking on the phone at that time. Let's see. Chief's in tomorrow morning at 9. Steve Thor in tomorrow morning at 9:30 with your Senior Community Spotlight Show. And so that's all happening in the 9 o'clock hour the next couple of days. But getting back to today, we have our first shift staff meeting, of course. It's going on right now. We'll have our call to action brought to you by Comfort Keepers and our Bender Dental Feel-Good Story of the Day. And today we might take it to Munger Road, where there's word that a sequel to the original Munger Road movie is going to be filmed and released later in the year. So that could be our Bender Dental Feel-Good Start of the Day. If you're not familiar with Munger Road, that's not exactly what the title was, I don't think, but it was filmed here locally several years ago, and I guess there's going to be a sequel filmed. Bender Dental Feel-Good Story of the Day at about 7:05 this morning. Let's see. And our call to action brought to you by Comfort Keepers. And when I talk about the call to action, which takes place at 7:25, that means it's the heart of our staff meeting. And the staff meeting is derived from YouTube, where you can join us this morning at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Big Boss Man starts us off this morning with a pile of prayers for our prayer scoreboard. Looks like about 25. We'll give 5 bonus prayers today for the Big Boss Man checking in. And Becky Blue is in on YouTube this morning. She's in the Beehive Bar and Grill. And Becky Blue always sends us sunshine. She's a positive person. Good morning and happy Wednesday, First Shifters. Have a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine from Becky Blue checking in, sending 10 rays of sunshine with lots of heat in that sunshine today. That's our YouTube feed. Subscribe to it. WRMN Radio on YouTube. Doesn't cost you nothing. We don't bother you. It's just like liking the page, basically. Helps us try to achieve the numbers that we need to achieve future success. You can also dial up the Image 360 information line at 505-926-1410 throughout the show today. That's 505-926-1410. The Image 360 information line, Image 360, your expert source for comprehensive custom signs and graphic solutions in South Elgin. Bold solutions, exceptional support at Image 360. And we look forward to working with them, and I think we need some new signs made right now. As a matter of fact, after I ran the big 5K run yesterday with Glenn the Catalyst Camps, he had a great idea of trying to put a few signs up along the Fox River Trail so that people might sign up for our 5K that actually run that trail every day in the month of August. So, good idea. Glenn the Catalyst Camps. What a hot run we had yesterday on the Fox River Trail. Man, that was a little bit about survival. I wasn't going to be denied. I was going to make it, but I couldn't have run much further, I don't think. I had reached my peak at the finish line there yesterday as we did a practice run for the Rapid Response 5K on a very hot day. More about that later. Let's see. On the Image 360 information line today, we say good morning to Linda Carter. By the sounds of my early morning raspy voice, I better not try to go high with Linda Carter today. We'll just say hi to her. And send 13 prayers to our prayer scoreboard from Linda Carter. She opened the office doors like she always does on our Image 360 information line this morning. 38 prayers on the prayer scoreboard. And good morning to Norm, who checks in at 505-926-1410. Norm is on the information line, too. Good morning, Marky B and the First Shifters. Have a great day today. from Stormin' Norman. He's given himself a nickname. Never heard that one before. Stormin' Norman sends 10 prayers to the prayer scoreboard. 48 prayers, a nice start to our prayer scoreboard today. Staff meeting throughout the day today. You're welcome to send your thoughts, share your thoughts on whatever we're talking about or just whatever you feel like saying today. You can say your name is Brendan if you want to. That would be fine. At least we know you're listening. It's 6:19 here at WRMN on this Wednesday morning. Got some news coming up at the bottom of the hour. The haiku, using our word of the day today from Blackhawks Brad. We'll see if we can get a haiku in today. The word of the day is credo. Credo, a system of principles or beliefs. Credo. Let's win this day, says Blackhawks Brad. We can do that and we can stamp the show because Tony Cool has sent us our daily stamp letting us know this is show number 143 of 2024. The 143rd staff meeting means that we are at number 1100 since we started counting. Let's win this day. Tony Cool stamps the show with 4 exclamation marks on the 1100th meeting since we started counting in the 143rd this year. 6:21 here at WRMN. We'll check the dumb daily holidays of the day coming up in just a couple of moments. On this day in music history, I got some oldies to work in during my show with Larry Jones today. I want to see if Larry knows some of the songs I'm going to start our segments with today. I'm sure he does, being an oldie himself. On this day in music history, in 1971, James Taylor scored his soul only #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 with a nice, smooth, soft song, You've Got a Friend. The aptly titled song, which was plucked from the Troubadours' third album, Mudslide Slim and the Blue Horizon, was written by Taylor's good friend and fellow singer-songwriter Carole King, who performed it and premiered it on her 1971 album, Tapestry. The recording earned Grammys for both artists, giving Taylor a win in the Best Pop Vocal Male Performance category, and Carole King an award for Song of the Year. We're going to start today with James Taylor's version of it. It's You've Got a Friend. James Taylor getting us started. 6:22 here on the first shift.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, babe, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, now all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head and call my name out loud now. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yes, I will see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, yeah. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? People can be so cold. They'll hurt you and desert you. Well, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, yeah, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh, baby, don't you know about winter, spring, summer, or fall? Hey, now all you've got to do is call. Lord, I'll be there, yes, I will. No, you've got a friend.
Whatever.
You've got a friend, yeah.
Whatever.
Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend.
Whatever. .26 here on the first shift. News that you can use, or maybe you can't. But we're going to give you some news, and it rhymed with the word use. Here at the bottom of the hour in just a couple of moments. It is the first shift, hour one. Talk about what went down in Elgin yesterday and any other stories that I've been able to track down in the last 24 hours for you. And we can discuss it further next hour. And in the 8 o'clock hour this morning, I think we're going to have a big announcement from Genius George today, or at least the beginning of a big announcement in the next hour. So stay tuned for George to give us a call next hour and talk for a bit about something coming up later in the year. Don't forget about America's First Responders Fest, September the 7th. We had a big couple of meetings each of the first 2 days of this week. Yesterday, it was a committee meeting with our good friend Maggie Byer and handling the vendors, and Lorena handling the kids' activities, and Dino and myself, and the commander, Mark Smith, was on the phone with us from Ohio yesterday, from Dayton, trying to put the pieces in place to have a great festival for you and have some great tributes prepared for you on the 7th of September. Panton Mill Park, South Elgin, and that's where I ended up being after our meeting for a practice run of our 5K. And man, it was a hot one. Sweat was rolling down my face, down my forehead, into my eyes. For the rest of the night, my eyes felt weird from all the perspiration that had gone into my eyes during the run. But we made it. Glenn the Catalyst Camps and Sam I Am and myself, and we tinkered with the course a little bit. Sam I Am is in our Beehive Bar and Grill this morning, making up a part of the buzz, and he says he's got a haiku for me. I gotta find that haiku, Sam I Am. Did you text it to me, or did I miss it on YouTube here? We'll find the haiku. Now I see it. So Sam I Am contributing to the haiku this morning, and during the James Taylor song, I actually wrote one myself. So we'll have a 602 Haiku Wednesday, leading us into the 7 o'clock hour today in just a little while. Yeah, Dino, the director, was, he and I have been, I guess, the two leaders of the committee the last couple of years for putting on Back to Blue and America's First Responders Fest. And Dean's kind of concerned about our car show and other traffic starting to filter into the park on the morning of the 7th of September. And not concerned with it, but concerned with it in reference to where our starting gate was going to be for our 5K. That the 5K and cars coming in and out of the lot could interfere with each other, and that wouldn't be a good thing. So our cars are. John Polero is working with us nicely. He's put on his latest flyer that he's asking for early birds to show up between 8:30 and 9:45 that morning, so they can get in place before the 5K starts, and that works out perfectly. So it looks like we've been able to adjust our starting gate just a little bit, so it's better for Dino and better for everybody involved. So that's what we accomplished yesterday. We should be able to start on the sidewalk at Panton Mill Park and not in the parking lot as we originally thought. And at least at the beginning of the race, all the runners will be able to run through the classic cars that are there bright and early that morning. And so it should work out fine. So that's some news I have for Dino today, based on our run yesterday. 6:31 here at WRMN. The dumb daily holidays, and then we'll check some bottom of the hour news here. Let's see. Today we are looking at National Avocado Day. Avocados are good for you, aren't they? They are a part of what makes up guacamole, right? Today we celebrate avocados, a fruit that grows on trees. Avocados have a tough skin with a greenish or yellowish flesh inside, as well as a large seed. Looks like a peach pit. They can range in size from that of a hen's egg to up to 4 pounds. Now that'd be a hell of an avocado. Hey, you have one hell of an avocado. Thanks. Some of the major varieties of avocados are Hass, Fuerte, Bacon, Zutano, Rincon, Mexican, Guatemalan, Booth 8, Booth 7, Lula, and Walden avocados.
Whatever.
I know, right? It's an avocado. Eat it. It's good for you. That's one of our dumb daily holidays of the day. National Cotton Candy Day today. That's not good for you, I don't believe. It's like eating a cotton ball. That's why it's called cotton candy. But don't eat a cotton ball. It's not quite the same thing. Cotton candy, a popular confection at fairs, circuses, and amusement parks. Almost all sugar. Really good for you. Some indication that cotton candy originated from spun sugar in Europe in the 19th century. But the story and creation of the machine-spun cotton candy as we know it goes back to a handful of people at the turn of the 20th century, some of whom were ironically dentists. Yes, dentists.
Surely you can't be serious. Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. I am serious. Don't call me Shirley. Don't call me Shirley.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So they were dentists. In 1897, they wanted to mess people's teeth up so they could fix them. In 1897, the confectioner John Wharton and dentist William Morrison invented the electric spinning cotton candy machine, which they had filed a patent for. And at the 1904 World's Fair, the Louisiana Purchase Exposition in St. Louis, they introduced their confection as Fairy Floss.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
They sold more than 68,000 boxes of their treat, 25 cents a box, for a total of more than $17,000, because 68,000 times 25 cents is 17,000. If you're keeping score at home.
Wow.
So, Have some cotton candy and avocados today, and maybe some jelly beans. It's National Jump for Jelly Beans Day.
Whatever.
It's National Mutt Day as well. So there you have it. Feed your mutt some cotton candy. You think your dog would eat it? Would your dog eat cotton candy? Would your dog eat an avocado? I doubt it. All right, 6:34 here at WRMN. It is a Wednesday morning, and let's see if we're lucky enough to have some fresh news today. It's 70 degrees this hour, and kind of overcast is the start of this one. We're going to have some sunshine today, I think mixed with some clouds. A late afternoon thunderstorm possible. I didn't check the forecast in my opening set today, so I will do that in just a few moments. WRMN News Time is 6:35. It is the final day of July. July 31st. Good morning.
With your AM 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The city of Naperville taking a proactive approach to drinking water safety. The lead service line replacement program is getting underway. The initiative is set to replace old lead pipes with new copper ones directly from the water main to residences at no expenses to homeowners. Further details on the project can be found on the Naperville Water Utility website. The City of Elgin inviting everyone to a community meeting to help shape the future of Wing Park. It's taking place on Thursday, August 1st from noon until 2 and again from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Wing Park Bandshell. The City of Elgin's End of Summer Bash is taking place August 10th at Festival Park. The event is free and open to the public. The theme is Candyland. With your AM 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is great because you're rarely rewarded for just being you. Ever get rewarded for being left-handed? No. You get to use weird scissors. Your reward for being a Capricorn? Cold birthdays that conflict with the holidays. And your reward for quickly responding to every work email? More emails. But with Snapshot, even left-handed Capricorns with proper email etiquette could get rewarded for good driving. So download the Progressive app today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in all states.
WRMN says thank you to all of our local veterans, like Jerry Christofferson of True Patriots Care.
We had the 1,700 flags up across from the wall. That's how many POWs and MIAs from Vietnam are still missing. Plus, we do veterans and first responders funerals.
Yeah.
And so if you ever drive by a funeral home or a church or a cemetery and you see the flags, you know a soldier died today.
Go to TruePatriotsCare.com for more information. And veterans, thank you for your service to our country.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast, right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Newry with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Whether you're working third shift or you're just a night owl, catch the most listened to overnight talk radio program in North America, Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears signed wide receiver DJ Moore to a 4-year contract extension. The deal's worth $110 million. $82.5 million of that's guaranteed. Moore had 2 seasons left on a 3-year, $61.8 million extension he signed with Panthers during the 2022 season. Chicago acquired the star pass catcher in March 2023 in a trade that sent last year's #1 overall pick to Carolina. The Panthers used that to pick Bryce Young. Moore's new contract is the largest deal in Bears history. He's now signed through the 2029 season. Chicago opens up the preseason on Thursday night against the Houston Texans in the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. The Royals beat the White Sox 4-3 in Chicago. The Sox losing skid has hit 16 straight games, extending a franchise record. In Cincinnati, the Reds doubled up the Cubs 6-3. Cody Bellinger hit a homer in his return from the injured list. bundle auto and home, renters, or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We can get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
Comfort Radio, first shift 640 WRMN on a Wednesday morning with me, Marky B. Welcome back to the show. You know what we have to do. We have to check in with Linda Rock and find out what happened in Elgin 100 years ago on this day in history. So before I move further and give you the weather forecast and share some news with you, let's see what Linda Rock has to say. Introduced by our very own Sonar on this Wednesday morning.
Here are the headline stories from Elgin newspapers 100 years ago today. Brought to you by the Elgin Area Historical Society.
The stories today were in Elgin newspapers on July 31st, 1924. As promoters of the Styles and Smiles exposition at the Rotary Club of Elgin has given the local people a week brimful of entertainment. But today they held a special program for themselves with the Styles and Smiles entertainers, the headliners on the program. The program was held at the Weldwood Country Club and was preceded by a luncheon. The largest crowd of the week is expected to attend the Rotary Club Styles and Smiles exposition tonight, one of the featured nights of the week's exposition. The Bathing Girl Review is the top liner for this evening's entertainment, and a number of entries have been received. 17 members of the Elgin Boy Scout troops are making preparations to leave next Monday on their annual gypsy jaunt. The present itinerary of the Scouts calls for a trip that will cover over 1,200 miles. The party may include 20 or more Scouts at starting time. One of the big features of this year's jaunt will be opportunity of attending an Indian pageant on Apostle Island near Rayfield, Wisconsin. Last year, the jaunt extended over a distance of but 900 miles. Speed Boys and Case Factory baseball teams will clash at the Academy Diamond tonight at 6 o'clock in the second game of the City Championship Series. The first game ended with a 5-5 tie.
That's it for today. Be sure to tune in again for more news from 100 years ago. And don't forget to visit the Elgin History Museum, located in Old Main at 360 Park Street. You can find its hours of operation and programs offered at elginhistory.org.
Thank you, Linda Rock and Sonar, for the amazing introduction. 6:43 here at WRMN. All right, so let's check this forecast as the first segment shot right past me without doing the weather forecast, so let's catch up on that right now. 70 degrees at the moment. Winds are out of the west at 5 miles an hour. Today we reintroduce some rain chances to the area, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. It says mainly before 1 o'clock, so I thought it was later in the afternoon, but maybe not. Maybe later in the morning. And a high of 87, gradually becoming mostly sunny as the day goes on. So maybe a shower or thunderstorm this morning, and then sunshine with a high of 87 later. Another round of showers and thunderstorms are likely early tomorrow morning as we get ready for the first shift. Mostly cloudy with a low of 71 tonight and a 60% chance of storms occurring maybe as we're getting ready for the first shift this morning, early in the morning. Showers and thunderstorms are likely tomorrow, mainly early, mainly during the first part of the show. Mostly cloudy with a high of 88 and another hot day. Heat index values as high as 96 tomorrow. Again, a 60% chance of some rain and thunderstorms tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night, showers and thunderstorms are likely again in the evening. A low of 69, warm degrees tomorrow night, a 60% chance. And then on Friday, still a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny with a high of 83. Looks like the rain is out of the forecast for this weekend. Saturday, sunshine with a high of 89, and Sunday, sunshine with a high of 87. So a nice hot weekend with lots of sunshine. I guess that's good for car shows. We have a couple of those around. One in Gilbert's at the Eagles Club on Saturday. And one right here in downtown Elgin, might as well call it Festival Park, Sunday with our friend John Polero, the king of car shows around here, the Car Czar. So back-to-back car shows in Elgin Saturday and Sunday, and I'm sure some car shows in other parts of the area too, but those are the two that we know most about. Kick in your weekend on Friday night as we have a little get-together at the Elgin Public House starting at 5:30 on Friday night, 219 East Chicago Street. We say goodbye to Leah officially as she retires after 27 years in radio, heading back to Wisconsin. She'll be in town, and we'll give her a proper send-off. That's Friday night beginning at 5:30 at the Elgin Public House. South Elgin's having their big back-to-school bash on Friday. That starts at 4, and I believe it goes all the way until about 9 o'clock at Panton Mill Park on Friday night. Elgin Farmers Market Friday afternoon. So there's many, many choices. Hopefully the weather will behave. It looks like the weather will be okay for Friday afternoon. It's 6:46 here at WRMN. A couple of other things, and then I'll get into a couple of quick news stories. Petitions for candidacy. Want to run for office? Want to run for Elgin City Council? Petitions for candidacy for the 2025 Elgin Municipal Election are now available in the city clerk's office at City Hall, room 202 at 150 Dexter Court. The Elgin City Council will have the position of 4 council member seats for 4-year terms, open in the 2025 election. Necessary qualifications to hold the office of council member include the following: qualified elector registered voter. Got to be a voter. Being a resident of the city of Elgin for at least 1 year prior to the election. And not being in arrears in payment of tax or other indebtedness due to the city of Elgin. And not convicted in any court located in the United States of any famous or infamous crime, bribery, perjury, or other felony, unless eligibility has otherwise been restored as provided by law. So there you go. Petitions for nomination must be filled with the city clerk's office no sooner than 8 a.m. Monday, October the 21st. No sooner than October the 21st, and no later than 5 o'clock p.m. on Monday, October the 28th, 1 week later. I'll remind you of these things if you're thinking about running for city council. I'll keep it in the first shift 411 rotation. The placement of names on the ballot will be in the order of filing, so if you want to see your name first on the ballot, be the first one to turn your petitions in early on October the 21st. If you have any questions, call the city clerk's office, 847-931-5660, 847-931-5660. Kane County is having an animal control, low-cost, drive-through rabies vaccine and microchip clinic coming up this Saturday. So keep that in mind. It's Saturday from 10 until 1 at 4060 Kesslinger Road in Geneva. The Kane County Animal Control offering rabies vaccines and microchipping for your pets. No appointment necessary. Cash check accepted. If you're a senior, 65 and up, your pet's rabies vaccine is only $15. $15. Please share with anyone who may have a pet and be interested. Any questions? Call 630-232-3555. 630-232-3555. I snuck in a little first shift 411 to our first hour today. 6:49 here at WRMN. All right, let's check the news for a couple of minutes here and check a couple of the top stories that I've been able to track down in the past 24 hours or so. Larry Jones will be in next hour. We can talk about it with you if you want to call us at 847-931-1410 during the first shift today. 847-931-1410. We'll start with the Elgin Police Department Facebook page's report. 1:47 p.m. yesterday afternoon, officers responded to the 600 block of Raymond Street for a reported shooting. Officers arrived on the scene, located an adult female victim, subsequently transported to an area hospital. It's an isolated incident, this story says, where all parties are accounted for at this time, and there is no threat to the community. So was it another domestic? All parties being accounted for means the shooter, I guess, and the person who was shot. Detectives from the major investigation divisions are actively investigating the incident. Updates will continue to be provided, this Facebook page post says. If you have any information, call 847-289-2600 or to text a tip, send a message to 847-411, include Elgin PD in the beginning of the text. Raymond Street, yesterday afternoon, about 1:47, the 600 block. After our America's First Responders Fest meeting, I went to South Elgin to run with the boys, Sam I Am and Glenn the Catalyst Camps, and I went down Raymond Street. That's the way I went to South Elgin yesterday, and I did see a number of squads still around there. I guess they were investigating. The main action, if you want to call it that, had already happened a couple of hours sooner, but there was still an active investigation going on at that time. There were police up and down the street there. It's 6:51 here at WRMN. All right, so we can talk about that some next hour if there's some sort of an angle that you think is interesting to bring up about maybe the number of shootings in Elgin this year, which are up. Shots fired is up a little bit, but shots, we've connected the shots more this year. More people have actually been shot, and it hasn't just been a random shots fired situation. All right, let's see. Maybe time for one more story here. Crime time in the Hoffman. What time is it? Crime time! To the Hoffman we go. Hoffman Estates man wanted for theft arrested Sunday after a standoff with police lasting several hours has been arrested. Deontay Brooks, 28 years old, of Opal Drive, the 4500 block of Opal, charged with 2 counts of felony theft and misdemeanor resisting arrest. Further charges pending completion of investigation, according to the Hoffman Estates Police. Authorities said police officers were dispatched to the 1400 block of Westbury Drive in the Hoffman at 7:44 a.m. Sunday for a report of a suspicious man in a sweatshirt who was attempting to gain entry to a residence. When officers located and made contact with the man, they recognized him as Deontay Brooks, who was wanted on a felony theft warrant. Wanted on a felony theft warrant trying to break into a residence. As they attempted to take him into custody, he reported resisting and he fled. And he lost his pursuers. So the officers had to continue their pursuit throughout the day, I guess. Officers then went to Brooks's residence, where a neighbor approached them and reported that Brooks had stolen his phone. Deontay was on a roll. The neighbor also told police he believed he had seen a handgun in Brooks's waistband. The search was on. A search warrant was obtained for Brooks's residence, and assistance was provided by the Northern Illinois Police Alarm System. Brooks refused to come out or provide access for hours, but he finally surrendered at 4:30 in the afternoon. The incident started at 7:44 that morning. So the whole incident took about almost 8 hours. Actually, over 8 hours. A search for the residence located a handgun, body armor, and possible burglary proceeds, like some money or some items. A detention hearing for Brooks is scheduled for today at the Cook County Courthouse in Rolling Meadows. All right, 6:55 here at WRMN. Crime time. Bright and early on a Wednesday morning here on the first shift. Got time for a haiku? Let's work the haiku in, then we'll go out with a song into the 7 o'clock hour. We'll check music history. The word of the day is credo, and I have a pair of haikus today. One from Sam I Am, who ran with us yesterday on our practice run for the Rapid Response 5K, taking place on the day of America's First Responders Fest. Here we go, using the word credo. Sam I Am says, please repeat after Sam, or me. Old credo falters. Blind faith shadows truth's bright light. New dawn breaks with sight. Dang. That's pretty deep, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. Old credo falters. Blind faith shadows truth's bright light. New dawn breaks with sight.
Wow.
All right, here's mine, if I can find it real quick. My haiku, using the word credo from Blackhawks Brad this morning. What is your credo? Is it of high standards? Making you elite? Sam's is better than mine. What is your credo? Is it of high standards? Making you elite? There you have it, the haikus. Thanks to the word from Blackhawks Brad, credo. On this day in music history, Poco was in the news. And we're not going to get too much of this song in right now because we're running out of time, but guitarist and singer-songwriter Paul Cotton died at the age of 78 back 3 years ago in 2021. A member of the band Poco, the writer of their international hit song, Heart of the Night. Remember that song? Maybe I'll play it in its entirety during our More Music Morning in the 9 o'clock hour, but at least we can tease you with it right now and remind you of the song. Heart of the Night by Poco. 6:57 here on the first shift on WRMN. AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube, and on the Image 360 information line.
In the heart of the night, in the cool southern rain, there's a full moon in sight, shining down on the Parker train, and the river she rises, just like she used to do.
Crest residence is marking 120 years of continuous service for older adults, a private, non-for-profit community organization offering cutting-edge solutions for seniors with emphasis on personal choice and innovative programs. Located at 204 South State Street, you'll find short-term and permanent living along with daily options. This building is worth a visit, blended with style and surrounded with historic significance. Make sure to ask to see the Cellar Pub, a resource available for private group rental. Really, this place has it all. During this 120th anniversary celebration year, the community is invited to join in for free lunches and programs. For more information, visit oakcrestatrium.org. That's oakcrestatrium.org.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The city of Naperville taking a proactive approach to drinking water safety. The lead service line replacement program is getting underway. The initiative is set to replace old lead pipes with new copper ones directly from the water main to residences at no expenses to homeowners. Further details on the project can be found on the Naperville Water Utility website. The City of Elgin inviting everyone to a community meeting to help shape the future of Wing Park. It's taking place on Thursday, August 1st from noon until 2 and again from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Wing Park Bandshell. The City of Elgin's End of Summer Bash is taking place August 10th at Festival Park. The event is free and open to the public. The theme is Candyland. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is great because you're rarely rewarded for just being you. Ever get rewarded for being left-handed? No. You get to use weird scissors. Your reward for being a Capricorn? Cold birthdays that conflict with the holidays. And your reward for quickly responding to every work email? More emails. But with Snapshot, even left-handed Capricorns with proper email etiquette could get rewarded for good driving. So download the Progressive app today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in all states.
The word is out. Nissans cost less on Route 19. But that's not all. Parts, service, and body shop, they all cost less at McGrath Nissan. Used cars, too. The reason why is how hard we try. Right now, get 0% APR financing on select new Nissan models at McGrath Nissan because
Nissans cost less on Route 19.
Come to Elgin.
See what we mean.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Royals beat the White Sox 4-3 in Chicago. The Sox losing skid has hit 16 straight games, extending a franchise record. In Cincinnati, the Reds doubled up the Cubs 6-3. Cody Bellinger hit a homer in his return from the injured list. The Bears signed wide receiver DJ Moore to a 4-year contract extension. The deal's worth $110 million. $82.5 million of that's guaranteed. Moore had 2 seasons left on a 3-year, $61.8 million extension he signed with Panthers during the 2022 season. preseason. Chicago acquired the star pass catcher in March 2023 in a trade that sent last year's #1 overall pick to Carolina. The Panthers used that to pick Bryce Young. Moore's new contract is the largest deal in Bears history. He's now signed through the 2029 season. Chicago opens up the preseason on Thursday night against the Houston Texans in the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We can get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination. Get in zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk. Life hack. Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment.
Batteries Plus Bulbs is more than batteries and bulbs. It's your repair shop for Apple devices, Samsung Galaxy devices, and more. Located on Randall Road, just south of 20 in Elgin, Batteries Plus Bulbs fills all your battery and light bulb needs in one stop. They have the largest selection of batteries for ATVs, cameras, phones, laptops, scooters, cars and homes, and everything else. Looking to save money with energy-efficient LED or holiday lighting? Stop in at Batteries Plus Bulbs in Elgin. Go to batteriesplus.com for special offers. Batteries Plus Bulbs is more than batteries and bulbs. It's your repair shop for Apple devices, Samsung Galaxy devices, and more. Located on Randall Road, just south of 20 in Elgin, Batteries Plus Bulbs fills all your battery and light bulb needs in one stop. They have the largest selection of batteries for ATVs, cameras, phones, laptops, scooters, cars and homes, and everything else. Looking to save money with energy-efficient LED or holiday lighting? Stop in at Batteries Plus Bulbs in Elgin. Go to batteriesplus.com for special offers.
It is 7:06 on WRMN, and it's time for the feel-good start to the day. It's brought to you by Bender Dental. Bender Dental, helping you start your day with a smile. Bender Dental, and today our feel-good start of the day is about a movie. A local filmmaker one step closer to continuing the Munger Road story. We've talked to Nick Smith on the air before. He runs the Old Republic over on Randall Road. There's Mike Warren driving by the station. But in this story, Mike Warren is not involved. Nick Smith is. The St. Charles City Council last week approved a request from local restaurant owner Nick Smith, the writer and director of 2011's Munger Road, to close Main Street in October for the filming of the movie's sequel, Munger Road Part 2. Smith petitioned the city on behalf of his production company, MR25 LLC, to close Route 64 on the evening of October the 16th into the morning of October the 17th while he films the sequel to his original movie. Let's see. Route 64 is a state highway, so Smith also needs approval from the Illinois Department of Transportation for that closure. But we will see, and I'm sure they'll get the approval, and at some point in the future we will have Munger Road Part 2, another local movie to take a look at, and it'll be interesting to see. So good to have local movie productions, and that's a nice feel-good story to start the day. The Bender Dental feel-good story of the day. Munger Road Revisited. Bender Dental, helping you start your day with a smile. 7:08 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Larry Jones is about to join me, and we'll get our show going in just a moment, and you can join us too at 847-931-1410 if you want to. It's the first shift. 70 degrees, 7 o'clock hour, headed for a high of about 87 today. Maybe a shower or thunderstorm this morning, and sunshine later in the day, 87 degrees. Attention Fox River Valley. In response to listener input, WRMN AM 1410 is bringing back the live radio shopping show to your Saturday mornings. Join us from 8 a.m. to noon every Saturday starting June 29th for incredible deals and unbeatable savings. And that's not all. Our Redemption Center will now be open only on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So mark your calendars and get ready for Saturday morning shopping sprees with WRMN AM 1410, your station for great savings and local fun.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley and the home of Radio Shopping Show.
America's Best Restaurants travels the country and features restaurants that you should visit each week. Recently, the cast and crew made their way to Renata's German Restaurant in Hanover Park. Renata serves old family recipes and delicious German-influenced food. Renata's also specializes in a wide variety of traditional German baked goods, too. So, if you've yet to visit Renata's, try America's Best Restaurants choice. Drop in soon for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Visit renatasgermanrestaurant.com.
Anderson Japanese Gardens, ranked the highest quality Japanese garden in North America and located right in the heart of Rockford. Their mission is to open minds to a different culture while offering a place of peace and tranquility where one can find healing, renewal, inspiration, and a re-energized soul. A premier destination for corporate functions, special events, weddings, and receptions. For directions, hours, and fees, visit andersongarden.org today.
Blast Off! As Circus World boldly goes where no circus has gone before. Feel the big bang as Tina the Human Cannonball flies high.
Defy gravity with an upside-down rocketeer. Perky poodles, soaring aerial acts, plus camels, llamas, horses, and ponies orbiting the ring.
Jugglers, zany comedy, and space cadet music invite you to Blast Off! To family fun at Circus World.
What makes a great pizza restaurant? The obvious answer, great pizza. A local favorite since 1983, Pizza Pub Wisconsin Dells has been serving up the best pizza in the Dells. Year after year after year. Not hungry for pizza? Try the homemade lasagna, chicken parmesan, burgers, salads, and an extensive kids menu. Or take a trip or two to the all-you-care-to-eat lunch buffet. Pizza Pub, walking distance to water parks and hotels in Wisconsin Dells.
Sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go.
Wow. 712.
Whisper to me, tell me do
the deep vocals of Jim Reeves. Hold on, my bad. Okay. I didn't know we were using that.
The way I do.
What am I in? Whatever number one.
Though love is blind,
it's coming into your board right up there at the top. I could switch over.
No.
Hold on a second. Let's see. Try it again.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of...
Yeah, I'll just go back.
Okay.
Okay.
A little bit low. 713 here at WRMN AM 1410. WRMN Radio on YouTube. As the first shift gets underway, Larry Jones is here. And he's finding a microphone. Meanwhile, we'll enjoy some great songs, or at least one by Jim Reeves.
A little closer to the phone. Let's pretend that we're together all alone.
Larry Jones, are you there?
I am here.
Yes.
They called him the country gentleman. Jim Reeves.
Took about 5 seconds of me playing a song for you to say we start with some Jim Reeves.
Yeah, I know. I told you I like old country music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your friend there with
Oh, this was a crossover hit. This song was like on top 40 regular charts as well.
This goes way back.
Way back. Yeah, how'd you like to be over at some girl's house and her tell you, you got to get out here, my old boyfriend and I are going to talk.
Yeah.
You're going to have to hit the road, buddy.
Life is tough in old country.
That's right. Life's tough. Wow.
On this day in 1964, 40-year-old singer and songwriter Jim Reeves died. 40 years old, 1964.
Wow.
In a plane crash.
A lot of those country stars, well, a lot of people went down in
country artists couldn't, I guess music artists couldn't afford really good planes.
I don't know. And they flew in terrible weather.
And to get to their next gig.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The crash crashed in thick fog while traveling from Arkansas to Nashville.
Probably going home.
Nicknamed Gentleman Jim, the Texas-born artist.
See that?
I know.
I know.
You're all over it.
I am.
Topped the Billboard country charts for the first time in 1953. By the end of the decade, he had changed his style, preferring softly sung, easy listening ballads.
Yeah, he was a ballad singer. And they had a nice voice, you know.
This was a 1960 hit that we played, He'll Have to Go. Mm-hmm. Number 2 on the U.S. pop chart. So there you go. A little old country. I got a few old oldies to play coming back from our breaks today to see if you can identify them. You probably can.
Probably. It's nice to include music when I'm along instead of just waiting to have fun when I'm done.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Play the slow oldies while you're here, Larry.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Pump things up
yeah,
club style after you leave.
Play that stuff you kids nowadays like when I'm not here.
So it's 847-931-1410 if you want to join the program today.
And you should.
You always should, right?
We haven't. Have I been too mean to callers? Because I feel like we've lost some.
You do?
I do. And I'm a little worried about them. So, anyway, doesn't mean I'm changing. I just wonder why. I like to know a purpose. I like to know a reason for things. That's all.
You're still going to get grumpy local legend Larry Jones.
Occasionally. I can't help myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got a morning that they're thinking, you know.
Yeah, mornings can be tough sometimes to get going.
Mm-hmm.
Overcome the early morning negativity that sometimes you have when you first wake up.
Yeah, and the extended drive dealing with people doesn't make you feel better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You encounter more people, it doesn't make you say, gosh, everybody I see is so nice. I'm sure glad I'm seeing them this morning. So...
Do you face a lot of traffic on your way in? You're fairly early most days.
But this morning it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable traffic. Some mornings it's not at all. But this morning it was a lot of traffic.
I don't know, I'm even earlier than you.
Yeah.
But there are days, it is kind of hit and miss. Sometimes I turn off on McLean Boulevard from my neighborhood and not a car around.
Right.
Other days, I got to wait for a minute. There's several cars already that early in the morning.
Yeah, Monday morning there didn't seem to be as much traffic. But this morning there was a lot of traffic.
Well, 847-931-1410 if you want to join the show.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll check YouTube throughout the morning for some comments as well. We'll catch up with our staff meeting a little bit. Captain Keith checks in on YouTube today. One of our originals who started off with us on Facebook and has transformed over to YouTube. Have a great Wednesday, shifters. All shifters matter in the eyes of the captain. We got Hector and the family checking in. Good morning, Mark and the first shifters. Hector, Ninny Rose, Jeremiah, Uncle Boom Boom in the house today, raising the roof. Hector sent 3 prayers, 3 thumbs up. We got 51 prayers on the prayer scoreboard today. No Nickname John checks in. And so I've saved the really bad joke of the day for Larry. Sometimes we do it before Larry gets here, but today I wanted Larry to hear it and react to it. Let's see what we have. No Nickname John. It's National Avocado Day today, Larry.
I saw that.
You an avocado fan?
I like No, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But I kind of like, isn't that crazy when they mix it with lemon and
guacamole?
I like that a lot. Yeah. I just have a hard time ordering it since I don't know what it's called. Yeah, give me that
green stuff.
That stuff, yeah.
Give me the green stuff, and they bring back
lettuce.
Wasabi.
Or lettuce. Boy, I had some of that one time in Florida by accident. Took a big glob of it.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was ever going to breathe again, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, if you confuse wasabi for guacamole, that would be a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not even fair. There should be like a warning sticker on it or something.
That's a good way to describe wasabi, the way you get it, though. It comes in little globs.
Yeah, it was a glob. And I don't know what I thought it was, but I can promise you I never thought it was that. Because it was like, it was almost like seeing something in a movie. I really was like going,
it's certainly a different kind of hot than jalapeno.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like nuclear.
It fills up your whole face. It makes you like tears come out of your eyes.
Stuff coming out of everything, Mark.
It's great though. It's like it's just like horseradish. I mean, the same effect if you have too much of it. But it's good. You gotta dilute it with soy sauce though.
Really?
Yeah.
Soy sauce dilutes stuff?
It dilutes wasabi.
Does it?
Yeah. So if you go eat sushi or something, you put a little glob of wasabi and then pour some soy sauce in it and you stir it together.
Oh, because horseradish, I usually, if it's straight up horseradish, I put like a little mayo and kind of make it more like a little horseradish sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although horseradish is hard. I mean, you can get some that's mild. You can get some that's like bad.
Yeah.
For me. So, yep. Okay. So much for our food. We're back to the. Are we back to the
bad joke of
the day? We got misdirected.
Yeah. National Avocado Day. It hurts to walk, says No Nickname John. I'm hiring a guy to wear skinny jeans and eat avocado toast. He's my hip replacement. It's Avocado Day and it hurts to walk. I'm hiring a guy to wear skinny jeans and eat avocado toast. He's my hip replacement, says No Nickname John.
Please be quiet.
This needs to stop now.
Shut up!
I don't know about that one, No Nickname John.
This is okay.
Okay is only a 5 on a 1 to 10 scale.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to be better to our people.
Yeah, I thought you weren't going to change.
Yeah, I'm trying. I think I was just thinking what I thought the results would be, not the effort. But yes.
So I'm only giving you a 5 today, No Nickname John.
He's had better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's had a few 9s here lately.
Well, he's got to produce every day. That can be hard.
He must feel the pressure like Michael Jordan.
Of course.
Once you score 30, 35 points and you score 20 in a game, you've had a bad game.
People are expecting great things from you constantly. Who can operate in that pressure?
I know.
Yeah.
It's 7:21. Trust me, I know. 721-847-931-1410. George is on the line.
Who?
Genius George.
I know.
The previous caller, some call him.
Yeah. Not us, though.
No.
He's our George.
He's our current caller.
Yes.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Good morning, George. Welcome to the first shift.
Here's the fundamental problem with my dear friend, No Nickname John's bad joke of the day. Two things. Number one, he's still pretty hip in my eyes. Number two, he looks good in skinny jeans. So there's a fundamental misnomer in his joke itself. It would be like Michael Jordan making a joke about a basketball player who scores 10 points per game. It's not happening.
Yeah. Well, I never really paid too close of attention to No Nickname John, how he looks in his skinny jeans, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, Mark, I'm a little bit more perceptive than you are on a number of levels.
That is true, George. I'll give you that.
Point number two, wasabi, tofu, if that's how you pronounce it, sushi. We never even heard of those foods growing up. So, and I've never had them. Never a bite, never a taste.
Really?
My thinking is never, not going there. You know what? If I made it to 21 or 25 years old without having those things, why go there? I'm not doing it. No. So that aside, the reason for my call is this. It's to announce a fundraiser. We had one last year in November for Gene Wheeler, Mean Gene, and I've been in conversation earlier this week and part of last week with Becky Butcher, our beloved Becky Blue, who, if you know Becky, she's a wonderful woman, a good woman who's really going through a not-so-good time. So I'm going to do what I can. I'm just in the beginning stages of this. But I could tell you the first telephone call I made was to Dean DeLaley, because I don't want to be promoting things on the airwaves without his permission, because I don't think that's appropriate to just try to monopolize your time. And Dean said, whatever we can do it every day if you want, whatever we can do. We're here to help. We're a community station, live and local.
Yes.
That's number one. I called Councilman Steve Thorne. He's in financially. He's in with his resources. He's there to help. And I talked to Gene Wheeler because Becky, last year, when we had the fundraiser for Gene, which was monumentally successful, I'll remind you that the original goal of that, the original call I had with Gene, was that he was not going to be able to pay his rent, and he needed $800. We raised, I think, Mark, wasn't it close to $14,000?
Somewhere in that range, yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's a long, long way from $800. As I said before, and I'll say again, it was just a perfect storm, an avalanche of community support and love. And I'm hoping to tap into that with Becky. You know, Becky is, I don't want to say disabled. She's got some disabilities, and her house needs a lot of repairs, things that she can't afford to do, and she was going to move. She can't afford to move. She can't afford this. She can't afford that. So she's in a spot. Now, you know, we try to do things one person at a time, and I don't want to get on one of my typical upbeat promotional narratives, but I'll tell you this much. You learn as you get a little bit older, and Larry, I know you've gone through this too, but the purpose of life, we try to be honorable, we try to be compassionate, and we try to make sure that our life makes a difference. We live it, and we try to live it well. And, you know, when you do things out of kindness, if we do things for Becky, you can help heal the disabilities that only compassion can reach. Now, I'm not a lifelong Elgin resident. I'm not Larry Jones. I'm not Steve Thorne. But I've been around Elgin for 30 years. And I've always said one of the things I loved about Elgin is it reminds me of the neighborhood I grew up in, Chicago. Elgin is in itself, it's a big city, but it's a neighborhood. And it's the kind of community where people look out for each other, or it was at one time, and I think it still is. I'd like to think it still is. And we look out for people, not just who are close to us, but people who need a helping hand. And, you know, I know there are haters out there. I don't want to get into that. And I can't change the way they think or what they choose to do, but I could do my share. And my share right now is trying to help Becky. It's not a long-term solution, but I'm going to try to help her get through this little situation, a big situation, and try to get her through next year and hope that she's able to find some resources on her own. She's not. She's a very smart woman. She's resourceful. Don't think that she's just laying over and playing dead and, oh, help me, poor, pitiful me. Absolutely not. Not that case. Again, just like Gene Wheeler, I had to coerce Becky a little bit into letting me do this because Becky likes to keep her business private. She's not one to ask for help. She doesn't feel comfortable asking for help. But I tell you, I feel comfortable asking for help when it's for her or when it's for someone who's a good person in a not-so-good situation. So the specifics I haven't worked out yet. I know it'll be a spaghetti dinner. I called the commander, Mark Smith, waiting to hear back from him. I told him, I know you're in Ohio, on my voicemail. He said, but you can't hide from me. So I just need a date from the American Legion. We'll do a spaghetti dinner. We're calling it Becky Palooza. It'll be a spaghetti dinner at the American Legion. I'll put a team together, and that team will include myself, and we'll pay for the spaghetti. It'll be spaghetti and desserts. Everything is complimentary. I'd like to have 100 or 125 people from the radio station and from Becky's circle of friends, and I don't expect everybody to be able to give $100 or $50. But if you come to the spaghetti dinner, bring something. Bring $1, bring $10, bring $20. Everything makes a difference. Everything puts us one step closer to where we need to be. My goal is $5,000, and that's that.
Well, it sounds like a great idea, George. We love Becky. She chimes in every day. We've gotten to meet her, and she was at Gene's fundraiser, and she's been at some of our other luncheons, and we've had some great events at the American Legion the past few years, starting with the Spaghetti Palooza and morphing into Stevie Palooza and now Becky Palooza. So, and I, we've always had those events in the summertime. I think that we're going to have this one. Obviously, it'll be in the fall. And I kind of see as the American Legion being more of a fall kind of place to go to anyway.
Good.
Middle of summer kind
of.
I'm
glad it has your stamp of approval.
Yeah. So
that's very important.
Hopefully it'll all come together.
I should mention. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean I'm sure it'll all come together, and we'll pump it here on the station and make it successful.
Mark, one of the issues I have is my brain works so fast. I am an over talker, and I do it all the time. And believe me, I hear about it every day from my girlfriend. I overtalk people, and I don't mean to be rude when I'm talking to you or when I overtalk Larry, because the things you have to say are just as important, probably more important, generally speaking, than what I have to say. It's just my brain. It works at hyper speed. So that's why I'm better at writing things, because I could slow down, take a breath, and get my thoughts together rather than just boom, it's out there. Runaway train, George Rollinson, boom, 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 coming down the track. I should mention, too, when I called Gene, Becky was instrumental in the success of Gene's event, because Becky had access to a lot of, they went to high school together, Becky and Gene, and Becky had access to a lot of telephone numbers and contacts that I didn't. Gene's circle of high school friends and people that, who grew up in their community in Elgin at the time. So she helped, and now it's time to help her. And, it'll be somebody else's time next, but we do one person at a time. So Becky's batter up.
All right, sounds good. I appreciate the call.
Lastly.
Yes, sir?
Lastly. See, now I've already excused myself for being an interrupter.
Be mean to him, Larry. I wasn't mean to George.
Yeah. First off, I love Larry Jones. He knows it, so he's beyond trying to be mean to me. He knows that. Everything I say to Larry comes from a place of love and respect. But I have a dedication. My fantasy girlfriend, Captivating Kathleen, is in the hospital. I'm sure you know that, Mark.
Yeah.
But it's not overly serious, and I'm sure even if it were, she would be downplaying it. But my song dedication to Captivating Kathleen, and I hope you get to it at the 9 o'clock hour, is a great new wave post-punk song by Modern English, a one-hit wonder, I Melt With You. Do you know it, Mark? I
do know it, yeah.
It's a great song. It's got that great, the overriding vocals and the guitar riffs, and, there's a synthesizer in there at the beginning. It's a really, really good song, but I'm dedicating it to Kathleen because I've melted in those eyes 1,000 times if I've melted into them once.
I stop the world and melt with you. And they go like that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's another song. If you know the lyrics, there's a lyric that says it was only mesh and lace. Now, that song came out in 82. For the first 20 years that song was out, I thought it was Mission Lights. And I used to sing that at the top of my lungs, driving in the car, and I was Mission Lights, not mesh and lace. So,
Yeah, I've done that before, too. I always thought certain songs were something different than they really are.
Exactly.
Yeah. The words sound a little different.
I mean, let's go back to Silent Night. Who didn't think it was Round John Virgin?
I knew Round John.
It's not Round John Virgin?
Larry, there used to be a legendary hot dog place, and speaking of no nickname, John and his wife Sally, they know this place very well, Hippos. And it was just up maybe 4 blocks north of Conant High School on Plum Grove in 72. Legendary Hoffman Estates place. And when I was in high school, that's where we hung out at Hippos. It was like Arnold's from Happy Days, but cooler. And they had a jukebox, and I'll never forget 1973, the junior in high school, and we were coming back, or maybe it was 74, either one, 73, I think. We were coming back from some sporting event, and we went to Hippos, 7:30 at night, and dimly lit kind of place, and the jukebox was blasting with this song, and it hooked me right away instantly, and it was Elton John's Put the Penny in the Chest. I loved that song. Now, later I found out Penny in the Chest was Benny in the Chest. I don't know how
Penny in the Chest.
The Penny in the Chest. I don't know how exactly that worked out, but it sounded good to me.
I'm trying to think of some songs that I've done that with, and I can't right now, but it'll come to me.
Well, I told you the song. My daughter grew up listening. We love Johnny Rivers. My daughter's 36 years old, and Johnny Rivers is way before her time, but I had a Johnny Rivers CD, and she grew to love that. And for years and years, again, we'd be driving in a car somewhere, shrugging out the world, windows down, and she'd be singing Secret Agent Man, and I happened to catch something one day. I said, what are you singing? I'm singing the song, Dad, Secret Asian Man.
There you go.
And you know what? It made sense to me. Yeah, I get it. Kind of that espionage thing behind the scenes. Okay, Secret Asian Man. So that's been a long-standing joke in our family.
Yeah. All right, George. Well, thanks for calling, man. Thanks for the announcement.
Okay, and we'll be hearing more about the Becky Palooza as it goes.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you for the time, and thank you to Dean Derlevy for everything he's done.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, George. Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
George checking in.
Mm-hmm.
And
time to get the wheels of Studio 14 in motion.
Yeah. So we'll just wait for the date, the time, and the day of the week. It seems like Thursdays are good days for events like that.
Really?
Well, we did Jeans on Saturday afternoon at Arcades, but
I was gone. I didn't. Remember, I was in Florida.
But this will be a little bit of a different event than that. And that'll be at American Legion. And George told me on the phone yesterday, I'm not sure if he just said it or not, but it'll be after America's First Responders Fest.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So it'll be later in September.
You can only have so many. You can only have so many things in the production stage at one time. You need to check a couple of things off the to-do list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thinking late September, maybe October, but we'll find out for sure soon.
Sure.
Soon. 7:36 here at WRMN. I thought about turning the page into the sports page for a minute with George, because I think about sports when George calls.
I know.
And the White Sox had a fire sale, so I wanted to see what he said about that.
When my phone is blowing up,
yeah,
I know it's usually you and George and Blackhawk Brad. You're like, binka, 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 binka. Yeah. And usually it's like Cub stuff, and I choose to just park on the sidelines and bask in their knowledge. Yeah.
White Sox lost their 16th straight last night.
Yeah.
But now they have, they couldn't win before, but now they're really going to have trouble winning. The few players that they did have that were helping them win a game every once in a while have all been traded.
They weren't helping them much.
No?
No. Eloy
Jimenez goes to the Baltimore Orioles.
He moves so slow he may not get there till next season.
I wonder what Baltimore's planning to use him for. Probably just a designated hitter.
I'm sure. And I wonder if he'll be the designated hitter for them without
hurting himself.
He doesn't. Wow, that I know. Every time he runs, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Yeah. But I know he doesn't like. At least the beginning of the year, he kept wanting to be a left fielder. I think everybody thinks that. I can't believe you don't want my defensive talent out there.
I don't want to settle for just being a DH.
Yeah. Well, you better.
That's what you are.
That's
you can't even stay healthy when you're a DH.
That's what you are. That's it. Exactly. Yeah. I turned it on last night. I looked around. I didn't even know. I'm looking going, who's that guy? Who's the third? Who's, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, so he's going Paul DeYoung, who was actually doing a decent job for the White Sox this year.
He was a decent shortstop. Did they move Mickey Lopez over to short? Is that what they did, or did they bring up a shortstop?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I was just kind of looking and realizing they weren't going to win again, and so I'm just,
His losing streak could stretch a while longer. They've lost 16 in a row now.
I know.
And with less and less talent all the time because of the trades.
I know.
So wow.
I texted you guys last night. They would not be able to compete in AAA ball.
I wonder if that's true.
I think they couldn't.
That's crazy.
That's sad.
A major league team. They'd struggle every day at the AAA level, probably, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. It's you guys that you're a little disappointed with your Cubs.
Very.
You should ride in the Sox team bus for a while. That's like the Lincoln funeral train.
Yeah,
Jeez.
but you don't expect to ever win a game.
Well, that's not.
We have expectations that we're not living up to. That's what's making it even more disappointing to be a Cubs fan.
I think if you're a fan, you always expect to win a game. Like, let's say out of 15, 16, maybe you could win a game. Yeah.
But the Cubs, I mean, what's making it even more frustrating is that all these losses are coming against division teams.
Yeah.
I mean, every time they play Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, St. Louis, all the teams, Milwaukee, they're losing 2 out of 3 or getting swept.
They don't compete against their division.
That's horrible.
Yes, it is.
7:39 here at WRMN, 847-931-1410. Dan Maloney checks in on YouTube this morning.
Hey, Dan.
He says Eloy pulled his hamstring again when he carried his suitcase, leaving the Sox for the Orioles.
I wouldn't doubt that. I told you, he runs like one of the sausage mascots in Milwaukee. Straight upright, just... He makes me crazy.
Back to the phones we go at 847-931-1410. Let's check in with this caller. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Hey, good morning, Mark. Larry, this is Roger. Just a big shout out to CK to get better in the hospital.
This is, who's this? Oh, Roger. You sounded like the commander a little bit. That's what I was thinking. You were Commander Mark Smith.
With the commander out of town, Roger has stepped in to take control.
Yeah, just a shout out to CK. Hope she gets better and gets out of the hospital. We went and visited her yesterday. She looked okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, we miss her around.
Yeah.
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 Larry, we miss our girls.
Yes.
Well, thanks for the shout out. It's a nice call from you, Roger. Doing okay?
Right. Oh yeah. You?
Yeah, man, doing great.
Spaghetti tonight, Mark.
What's that?
Spaghetti tonight, Moose.
We went in there last night thinking maybe you were going to be in there. But, so, yeah. All right, maybe we'll see you tonight.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
See you, Reg. Have a good day, bud.
Nice to see you later.
All right.
7:40 here at WRMN.
Hey, I want to thank Kath. She sent along that chicken Monday.
Yeah.
That was good.
I had some of it. I still have a little bit left over. Did you eat it all, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. You got a big old basket of it to take home.
I know.
Yeah.
One piece never made it
to the car
out of Elgin. I don't think. It was like little nuggets, so they were quite. You could nibble driving.
Yeah.
It wasn't like trying to eat a wing or something. They're just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So CK's got a little skin infection going on.
I don't know if we're supposed to talk about people's medical stuff on the air.
Okay.
I don't know that.
Well, you don't know that we're not.
But I usually go the other way where I think.
Okay, she's just got a medical issue.
Yeah, which is what.
But it doesn't appear to be, as George says, it seems like she'll be okay.
I think so. George said that. Roger said. The girls who visited her yesterday said she'll be okay.
Okay, good.
So we always wish her the best, right?
She's been here every day for a long time.
And she's always so kind to us, isn't she?
Yes.
I don't think there's a chance. I hope she's healthy by Friday. We need her.
Right.
Yeah.
7:41 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Should we check a little local news, Lair?
Why not?
Want to do that? We're a little late for the bottom of the hour.
Sure.
But
Why don't
I wanted to put the phone calls first.
Right. Well, I like phone calls.
Yeah, I know you do. 7:42. And as we get to this news break, we have a current temperature in the lower 70s. We're off to a cloudy start today. We may have a little bit of rain this morning. The temperature is still showing me 70, headed for a high of 87 today. WRMN News Time, 7:42 here on the final day of July. Good morning.
With your AM 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The City of Elgin inviting everyone to a community meeting to help shape the future of Wing Park. It's taking place on Thursday, August 1st from noon until 2 and again from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Wing Park Bandshell. The City of Elgin's End of Summer Bash is taking place August 10th at Festival Park. The event is free and open to the public. The theme is Candyland. The City of Naperville taking a proactive approach to drinking drinking water safety, the lead service line replacement program is getting underway. The initiative is set to replace old lead pipes with new copper ones directly from the water main to residences at no expenses to homeowners. Further details on the project can be found on the Naperville Water Utility website.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is great because you're rarely rewarded for just being you. Ever get rewarded for being left-handed? No. You get to use weird scissors. Your reward for being a Capricorn? Cold birthdays that conflict with the holidays. And your reward for quickly responding to every work email? More emails. But with Snapshot, even left-handed Capricorns with proper email etiquette could get rewarded for good driving. So download the Progressive app today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in all states.
Visit the Milwaukee County Zoo this summer to enjoy so many species of fun. Home to more than 2,200 animals, representing over 340 different species. The zoo educates, entertains, and inspires. Stomp back in time with the zoo's summer exhibit, Dinosaur Discovery, sponsored by Sendik's Food Market. You'll be astounded by the gigantic and scientifically accurate animatronic displays. Touch, feel, and learn about the role of predators in the ecosystem. Running through October 5th. Visit MilwaukeeZoo.org.
The weather is getting better, and we know it's the time when ladders and DIYers come out. Before you start any new outdoor projects, ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any type of work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Royals beat the White Sox 4-3 in Chicago. The Sox losing skid has hit 16 straight games, extending a franchise record. In Cincinnati, the Reds doubled up the Cubs 6-3. Cody Bellinger hit a homer in his return from the injured list. The Bears signed wide receiver DJ Moore to a 4-year contract extension. The deal's worth $110 million. $82.5 million of that's guaranteed. Moore had 2 seasons left on a 3-year, $61.8 million extension he signed with Panthers during the 2022 season. Chicago acquired the star pass catcher in March 2023 in a trade that sent last year's #1 overall pick to Carolina. The Panthers used that to pick Bryce Young. Moore's new contract is the largest deal in Bears history. He's now signed through the 2029 season. Chicago opens up the preseason on Thursday night against the Houston Texans in the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We can get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
Shine for me anymore, and
7:48. Welcome back to the first shift, bringing you back with some Gary Lewis and the Playboys. And immediately, Larry Jones recognized it. You're on a roll today, Larry.
I'm pretty good. I could play Name That Tune from the 60s. Not so much the late 60s, like 69. So
Yeah.
When everybody was mad about something, I didn't pay a lot of attention to that. But yeah, you get the early 60s and
the happy 60s?
Yeah, the happy 60s, or even a little bit of the transition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes, I like music. Yeah, we've talked about it plenty.
Gary Lewis, born on this day in 1946.
Saw him at the Arcada.
Yeah?
I did, yeah.
This Diamond Ring was a #1 single in 1965. It was a good little perky morning song.
It's a perky song about a bad situation.
Oh, see, I'm not paying attention to the lyrics.
Yeah, the guy's good. He's got a diamond ring he wants to give to somebody whose love might be true, which leads me to believe his wasn't.
Well, it was a perky sounding song to me. I wasn't paying attention to what it was really. The deep meaning within.
Yeah.
Because that sure sounds like a deep song.
Yes, it is.
7:49 here at WRMN. Welcome back to Studio 14. Someone's driving by in a car.
And a dog?
With a dog.
Yes.
And I don't know them, but I'm looking to see if I know her.
Yeah.
And I don't. But apparently Sidekick Susan does.
Must be Susie's friend. I think I've seen her before. I think. I'm not sure.
So the ladies are going to talk to
the
her.
dog.
To the dog?
Yes.
Anna the Chairman's talking to the lady. Sidekick Susan's talking to the dog.
Everybody's kind of pet people that sit around out here, though, I think. I mean, they always like the dogs. There's a lot of dogs that get walked by.
Yeah.
And so they like that. They're a good group. You know that?
Our group, you mean?
Yeah, they're a good group. Yeah, kind people.
Some of those people that walk their dogs, though, I'm guessing they're from the Tower Building. They could be from somewhere else around downtown, I guess.
Yeah, but I think you're right.
And be a big dog dumps a load on the sidewalk and they don't pick it up. I mean, that's not good.
That's not good at all.
At least you can see, well, if it's daylight, you can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it coming as you're walking. But 7:50.
That's a nice thought.
Yeah, I won't stay on that topic long.
Talk about a feel-good Wednesday.
I think I saw a load dumped on my walk-in this morning, and that's what made me think about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you hope it's a dog.
Right here on the side. You never know for sure.
You don't know, but you hope it's a dog.
Yeah. 847-931-1410. Bears play tomorrow night.
Yeah. Hall of Fame game. Yeah.
Yeah. And but nobody's going to play. It's all about just a bunch of guys in uniform serving as the Chicago Bears, and they play the Houston Texans tomorrow night.
Right.
Hall of Fame game, and so Matt Eberflus made the announcement yesterday. I didn't. I just saw. I don't think I saw him speak, but I saw like from a distance him on the news talking, and Eberflus has changed his look a little bit.
Got a
Did you see
beard
him?
now.
He kind of looks a little more studly this year. He looked more like a regular fatherly kind of guy.
Somebody's uncle or something. Yeah.
Last year he just looked like a regular like fatherly middle-aged man guy. This year he looks a little like he's trying to take on the stud look a little more.
There you go.
He's going to be a tough guy, Matt Eberflus, this year.
Maybe he's, well, you know what? You got to look at that whole team and go, hey, it's either you or me.
Yeah.
Not could be me. So, yeah, you better play. You better play.
Well, one guy who's all fired up about the game tomorrow night and the entire NFL season, I'm sure, and that's why he's calling to talk to us right now, is our friend James.
Oh, yes.
Good morning, James.
Hey, you got me all fired up with this baseball talk.
Football.
Oh, football, baseball, whatever.
Sports.
Yeah,
he's all about sports.
Yeah, I can tell he's fired up about the Bears game.
I'm all about sports. So it started me thinking, and sometimes I can come up with some creative things when I start thinking about these things. So you're talking this baseball thing. Now, let me ask you guys a question. You're the experts on this. Who's one of the worst baseball players there ever was? I thought of Jimmy Purcell. He was kind of goofy, crazy, did kind of antics on the field. Remember him?
Who?
Jim Pearsall?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Pearsall.
Wasn't he kind of he had to go in for therapy?
Oh, he had some mental issues. You ever get a chance? Tony Perkins played him really well in the movie. Like he climbs the backstop, stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the only name I could think of, because when I was younger I used to follow and play baseball when I was a kid. And so I'm looking at the political season like a baseball situation.
Okay.
Where you got Pearsall on one team, and you've got DJT on. And you got Mickey Mantle or one of these big sluggers that draws in the big crowds and people love them, and big fan base. And on the other side, you got this wacky character who actually is brought onto the team, and the scout that brings her onto the team gets fired by the organization. It's kind of an analogy to the political scene that's going on right now. I thought I'd throw that in the mix.
Are you comparing Jimmy Pearsall to Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
Wow, it's an interesting comparison.
Talks in babble and does crazy things. Nobody can figure out what she's saying and all that kind of stuff. So that's the only thing analogy I could come up on that part of it. But so I incorporated the political thing so we could call it polysports.
Okay. I'm with you.
So there you go. So we got polysports, and some of the sports people may be able to catch on to this now because they can associate it as to a winning team versus a losing team.
Well, I think it's going to be interesting to see who her running mate is. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's what all the talk's about.
Everybody's asking if our governor's going.
Begging for him to go.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, he'd make a disaster out of anything, actually. But the strong rumor is Mark Kelly, Arizona. But I guess they dug up some dirt on him recently with some deals he made with China, with some type of some kind of business. I don't know what it was. But he was supposedly the strong candidate that they had in mind. So who knows?
Really?
Anyhow, yeah. So carry on, gentlemen.
All right, Jim. Have a good. How's the weather down there today?
I'm up there now.
Oh, are you?
Up there. I'm not down there. Yeah, the weather's fantastic.
Oh, okay. All right, man.
Mosquitoes, but the mosquitoes are vicious.
Down there or up here?
Up there where I'm at.
Okay. Because it's been a bad mosquito summer. Have you thought so, Larry?
No.
Oh, I have.
Yeah.
Sit outside in the evenings. I've been getting bit quite a bit.
Have you?
Yeah.
Maybe you're just you're biteable.
I've always said this though. The Yankee mosquitoes are not as potent as the southern mosquitoes. They bite as much maybe, but the bites don't last. Like something like it used to seem like when I got bit and I lived in Tennessee, those welts from those bites would last a couple days. Now, every time I get bit, it's annoying, but by the next morning...
They're gone, huh?
Yeah, by not even the next morning, probably by the same night.
Okay.
They don't last long, yeah.
All right.
There's my mosquito analogy.
Well, I'll tell you this. Nobody believes this. People that have experienced it do after they experience it. But on the plateau, south, there are no mosquitoes. I mean, it's really amazing. You can sit out till 10 o'clock at night and you won't see a beetle. And I don't know what the reason is. Personally, I think it's because of the altitude and the fact that there's no standing water. You've got rivers and moving water. They can't lay their eggs in moving water, so they can't breed. So therefore, no mosquitoes, and it's kind of nice, believe me.
Well, mosquitoes don't pay taxes, or they would have moved down there by now too.
Well, you're talking Memphis. Okay, Memphis is probably 200 feet above sea level, and it's a delta region. So you would have mosquitoes there.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a whole environmental kind of thing. I'm not a scientist, a bugologist, but that's what I think the contributing factor is, which is kind of nice. But up here, I'm telling you, these mosquitoes, it's like they got to feast off your blood before they die, and They're very ferocious. Anyway,
Yeah. All right, Jim.
Hey, guys.
See you, buddy.
Thanks for letting me in.
All right, take care.
Yeah, thanks for calling. All right, hour one in the books, Lair. We'll hit the top of the hour news here. Come back with more. Phone calls are welcome at 847-931-1410. We'll go into the Beehive Bar and Grill and check out what's happening in the chat room in our second hour. I'll see what's happening on the Image 360 information line at 505-926-1410. And we'll cover a few local stories as well. So keep it right here on this Wednesday morning, right here on the first shift going on 8 o'clock. Good morning.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
Theriault Booth, a leading local law firm, is located on the beautiful Fox River in downtown St. Charles. Here's Ryan Theriault.
For better or worse, there are just times people need a lawyer. Whether you are involved in a work injury, in an automobile crash, selling a home, or even planning for your estate after your passing, we're here. We're local. We're part of the community.
For more information, visit them on the web at tbfirm.com or give them a call at 630-526-4242.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 8 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments.
The City of Elgin's End of Summer Bash is taking place August 10th at Festival Park. The event is free and open to the public. The theme is Candyland. The City of Naperville taking a proactive approach to drinking water safety. The lead service line replacement program is getting underway. The initiative is set to replace old lead pipes with new copper ones directly from the water main to residences at no expenses to homeowners. Further details on the project can be found on the Naperville Water Utility website. The City of Elgin inviting everyone to a community meeting to help shape the future of Wing Park. It's taking place on Thursday, August 1st from noon until 2 and again from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Wing Park Bandshell. With your AM 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is great because you're rarely rewarded for just being you. Ever get rewarded for being left-handed? No. You get to use weird scissors. Your reward for being a Capricorn? Cold birthdays that conflict with the holidays. And your reward for quickly responding to every work email? More emails. But with Snapshot, even left-handed Capricorns with proper email etiquette could get rewarded for good driving. So download the Progressive app today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in all states.
Hey there, this is Marky B from The First Shift, inviting you to join Brian Anderson for his new radio show, Kane County Speaks, every Thursday from 9 until 10 a.m. during the final hour of my morning show. It's an election year, and Brian will discuss important local issues and interview local candidates from the perspective of Kane County Speaks. The show will feature open phone lines for your thoughts, comments, and questions, and the chat room will be open at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Kane County Speaks is citizen-driven and focused on making Kane County a better place to live and work with goals of freedom, security, and prosperity for all. To learn more about their grassroots organization, you can check them out at KaneCountySpeaks.com. Let's discuss the issues of Kane County so that you can get involved and make a difference too. It's Kane County Speaks every Thursday morning with Brian Anderson from 9 until 10 a.m. during the first shift right here on WRMN, AM 1410, and at WRMN Radio on YouTube.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
It is slicing. It is deep. It is gone.
Reds ready with the call, 6-3 the win over the Cubs on Tuesday. Santiago Espinal extended his hitting streak to 10 games with a 2-run homer in the second inning. Nick Martinez tossed 4 scoreless innings to get the win. Cody Bellinger came off the 10-day injured list to hit a 2-run homer for the Cubs in the 6th. Cubs starter Justin Steele went 6 innings. He allowed 5 runs and 6 hits with 7 strikeouts. The Royals beat the White Sox 4-3 in Chicago. The Sox losing skid has hit 16 straight games, extending a franchise record. Bobby Witt Jr. ran his hitting streak to 12 games. He had the first RBI in an 8th-inning rally that gave the Royals the lead for good. The Bears and Texans opened the preseason Thursday night in the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. On Tuesday, the Bears announced a contract extension with wide receiver DJ Moore. It's a 4-year deal worth $110 million. Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We can get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge, proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com.
Welcome to the brand new Avid Hotel, Wisconsin Dells, Lake Delton, where the essentials are done right every time, all while in the water park capital of the world. Make a splash at Noah's Ark, America's largest water park, or at the Land of Natura, Wisconsin Dells Natural Water Park experience. Family fun at Knucklehead's Trampoline Park, and enjoy train-delivered food at Buffalo Phil's Pizza and Grill. Start your day with our free all-around breakfast featuring rotating hot items and freshly ground premium coffee right here in the lobby. And a 24/7 fitness center. The new Avid Hotel, 1273 Kalahari Drive, Wisconsin Dells. Call us at 608-404-7600 to book your next getaway. 608-404-7600. Once again, that's 608-404-7600.
It's the time of the year where storms and inclement weather can pop up unexpectedly. If you have a generator powered by a small engine, keep it running like a top. Don't do the tune-up yourself. Let Ames Small Engine Repair at 674 Laurel Street in Elgin handle your generator. Ames can do oil changes, spark plugs, and make all the necessary adjustments. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, Ames Small Engine can do it all. Don't forget it's not too early to think about a lawnmower tune-up. Call 847-742-8750.
Oh no, I just hit that post and my car's got a dent.
Uh-oh, better get Mako.
Oh yeah? Where are they?
Mako is America's body shop. They're the world's largest provider of paint and collision services. They're located at 212 Western Avenue in Carpentersville, across from Spring Hill Mall. I've used them. Check out my car.
Wow, looking good.
Everything was so easy and affordable. Hummer and staff were super friendly and really knew their stuff.
I'm going to call them now.
Mention WRMN 1410 at the Carpentersville Mako and receive 10% off today.
Are you frustrated with the way our world is becoming? Do you want to make a difference right here in your own community? Come to the next Elgin Township Republican meeting and be a part of the change you want to see. They are committed to making our community stronger, safer, and more prosperous. Whether it's through grassroots efforts, community service, or local advocacy, your voice matters. Help build a brighter future for Elgin Township. Get involved today. Visit elgingop.org and find out how you can help make a difference. Elgin Township Republicans, your community, your voice, your future. Meetings take place on the fourth Tuesday of every month at the Elgin Township Building, 729 South McLean Boulevard at 6:30 p.m. Hope to see you there. Let's build a better tomorrow together.
Sunday morning, up with the lark. I think I'll take a walk in the park. Hey, 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 it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
I've got someone.
It's not Sunday morning, but it's a beautiful, well, I guess it's debatable whether it's a beautiful day or not, too. But that's the song that's on Beautiful Day by Daniel Boone. I was seeing if I could stump Larry today on the show, and it looks like I finally stumped him.
I don't think I'm up.
There you are.
Yeah, really? Okay. I had no idea. I'm still kind of thinking I don't have an idea, and I've heard a lot of that now. I mean, I kind of know the direction the song's going. It's a beautiful day. I also feel it might be Daniel Boone's greatest hits right there.
Well, I think you hit it on the head there.
Yeah. Not that I'm taking anything away from him. I don't have a record.
Well, maybe you never tried as hard as Daniel Boone tried.
That could be, too.
He was born on this date in 1942. Not the original Daniel Boone. The singer Daniel Boone.
Yeah, I know.
Who maybe done some other things in his career besides sing.
Maybe so.
But it says in July 31st, 1942, English pop musician Daniel Boone, who became a one-hit wonder in the United States with the single Beautiful Sunday in 1972.
Yeah.
And if that was a hit, it was barely a hit, right? Because you didn't know it.
No.
The song was written by Boone and Rod McQueen. It sold over 2 million copies worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide. Yeah.
It's a big world.
Yeah, it's a really big world. Doesn't mean it hit big in Chicago.
Right. It peaked at number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart at the end of the summer of 1972.
Oh, yeah, by that time I was not listening.
Yeah. So Daniel Boone. He was the recipient of the Most Likeable Singer Award from Rolling Stone magazine.
Most likable.
That sounds like a participation trophy.
It kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah.
He died last year at the age of 80.
See? There's always bad news that comes along. I'm making fun of him, and then you spring on me. He died last year.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, he made it to age 80.
Yeah, I know.
It's 8:11 here at WRMN's Hour 2 of the first shift with Larry Jones. And the phone number to call is 847-931-1410.
And you should.
Yeah, we have 2 callers.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh.
847-931-1410. Want to take them?
Why not? If they've gone to all the trouble to call, why not?
Yeah.
Well, I wish I had a caller ID.
You've never been able to see the callers.
I never have.
No, that's the one thing on this. Ever since I've worked here, and any co-host that I've had, I've never known. I've always had to announce when we've had callers.
I know. Yeah.
So, well, you'll know this guy. Haven't heard from him in a while. It's David.
Really?
Yeah, it's our very own David. He's disappeared on us again lately.
Where have you been, young man? We've been worried sick.
Oh, my gosh. Every day we think about you all day long, 24/7.
Sure.
No, now it's true though. We have several times. We've talked, Mark and I, and said, "Wonder where David's at."
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm inspired to call, I call. If not, it's like, no.
Well, that's the way you should do it. If you're not inspired, don't call. That's good. That's a good caller common sense right there.
So we have not inspired David to call lately.
Well, if he's not inspired, he doesn't inspire us either.
True.
So it's a give and take world.
But we have to inspire him to make the call, right?
I don't know.
That's our job, Larry.
It is?
Yeah.
We have to inspire people?
You come in here grumpy.
Oh, boy,
we're not giving people inspiration.
I didn't know that. That's a lot to expect. Well, what's going on with you? Anyway, what's up?
Well, I'm going to be going to a thing I got on bidding for bargains, Cave and Rock. I have a certificate. Do you still have that show?
Bidding for bargains? Not right now. Leah's retiring, and she's having her party Friday night, 5:30 at the Elgin Public House, 219 East Chicago Street. Appetizers.
Cash bar.
That's right. Be there or be square.
Yeah.
As the saying used to say. And so with Leah being gone, we're cutting back on the radio shopping show, and right now, bingo and bidding for bargains, at least for now, is also taking a break.
Yeah, maybe she's going to move on to different pastures.
There'll be a lot of pastures where she's going to live up in Wisconsin.
I know.
I drove through a lot of those.
Move into Wisconsin?
Yeah.
That's kind of back to her roots, David.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had heard she did a show and shopping show, something similar in Madison or something.
Yeah, she was recruited by Rick Jekyll.
Right.
From that area.
From a bank or something, I thought. Or no, she worked radio, but she went to radio from a bank, I think she told me.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did she give any clues as far as if she's still going to do sales related or?
I think she's just going to go up there and think about it.
Which is a good way to do it.
Yeah, she's not like surging up to Wisconsin to find a job as quickly as she can.
When we were upstairs, I got to see her every time I was in the studio. I'd come early and go into her office and catch up on stuff. And I kind of lost track with her when we came down here, but it's hard to think she won't be around.
Yeah, because she's Mrs. and Ms. and Miss Shopping Show. I mean, although Chuck France and
Dave Nye and all the good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought they were WRMN radio shopping show immortals, but obviously they have proved me, and Leah continues in the trend of proving me wrong.
As time goes on, things change, Dave. Now, Mark has to take on being the nicest looking employee at the station. That's going to be hard.
Yeah. I'll start wearing makeup, though.
Start?
Yeah, I'll start. As you can tell by looking at me every day on YouTube, this is not makeup. It's being tired that causes my red face.
I understand completely.
You guys look. I'm not into guys at all. 0%.
Good.
-0. Even.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
But you guys look fine.
Yeah, okay.
It's no problem.
All right.
So anyway, I look forward to that, and I saw a couple of rabbits on my way to clean today, which is something to write home about because they're beautiful, and just being David, nothing else.
Man, that's nothing. That's right. Be true. Be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did try a new Indian buffet in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. Next door.
That sounds like it should be a real Indian buffet.
Yeah, it was actually real small, but they spiced it mild and not too hot, and it was delicious.
Oh, good.
So after Kenosha, Oconomowoc, I've been up there to visit my daughter. I think my daughter is up there in Rogers Mental Hospital, but I don't know. She's not on talking terms with some people right now, and anyway. Not going there with this discussion, but
okay.
What's been new with you guys?
We won't ask you a lot of questions like you do us, Dave.
Yeah, we never would do that. No. We would never do that.
We won't pry into your personal life.
I don't mean to bombard you with questions. Yeah, so what was their hat size? How big is their finger? Why does their eyebrow look like that? I don't mean to bombard you with questions that irritate you.
You have an inquiring mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know the important details about the vacation. Oh, how important. Yeah. So anyway, I was just thinking about Spaghetti Palooza. Wow, that's not going to be anymore. And now there's a different Spaghetti Palooza.
Yeah.
For
Becky.
For who?
Becky.
We call her Becky Blue.
Yeah.
She's been to a couple of our outings since she
I
started.
probably even met her.
I don't know. She's not been to a Spaghetti Palooza, I don't think.
I don't know.
So I don't think David would have met her before.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah.
Falling on some hard times.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Life can be hard, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you can meet her. Never mind.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to make a smart aleck comment, but I'll keep it to myself.
That's okay. That's okay, too.
Well, you want the smart aleck comment, or you don't want the smart aleck? Oh, you want it.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say, maybe you could meet her and ask her a bunch of personal questions.
Then you know everything about what she's facing.
No, not interested. No, not interested, but just interested in her getting help and on her feet. That's what I want.
It's all about helping people. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and George, he's one of a kind.
He is that.
He's really a nice person, and
Yes,
we
he
hope
is.
his
Yep.
cancer is going in the right direction. And
yeah.
And who else was sick that he was saying real quick?
Well, I mean,
someone in the
we had
hospital.
CK.
CK's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Comforting.
Crazy Kathy.
No. Comforting Kathleen.
Yeah.
Comforting Kathy. Oh yeah, I know who she. I've met her. She doing okay? Hopefully.
We hope so.
Yeah, I think she's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Hello to her and everybody, and to everybody going through hard times, which is everybody. Hello to everybody.
Right.
And to those who I upset and don't like me, hello to them too, and I hope they do good. So anyway, have a good rest of your show, and Dean and Sonar they're doing a fantastic job, and as I told Dean, I think they should be on like what Marcus Lemonis did with the Prophet. He should have his own reality show about turning radio stations and restaurants around. He's a sharp cookie.
All right. Well, we're glad you're okay too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Oh, thank you.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Take care.
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Okay. You too. Bye.
Bye.
There you go. See that?
David's back in the fold.
One of our chicks is back in the nest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they escape for a while sometimes. We get concerned about them.
Got to reel them back in.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
We'll try to inspire you more.
Which means they probably quit taking his calls on some other station.
Yeah. He finally got through to WGN. They finally let him on the air.
And
he's like, I have made it. And then the next...
Yeah. And one more.
Dang, I got to call WRMN again.
Yeah.
They always let me on.
They let me talk.
847-931-1410. Two more calls. And speaking of guys we haven't heard from in a while, he rarely calls our show. We have met him before. It was at a Spaghetti Palooza. He's an interesting fella. He likes cake. He's Elburn Jeff.
Oh, sure.
Calling in.
Oh, he does like cake.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, you guys.
We're good.
So I have a quiz question for you.
Uh-oh.
How and where did Daniel Boone die? And I think that Davy Crockett was in the same situation. Go ahead.
Davy Crockett got killed at the Alamo.
Oh, see, okay, so you know. Daniel Boone was there too, wasn't he?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought he was.
No.
He was killed in Pineville, Kentucky.
Okay, all right.
No, I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if that's true, but other people have been killed in Pineville. What's that called? The big what?
Pineville?
Isn't that where that radio station?
Oh, yeah.
We never made contact with them.
No, not yet.
The big
106 or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. I forget.
Yeah. What was that guy? Something Dave
Brian O'Brien.
Brian O'Brien.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to do that.
I know.
That's something that should be on our list. We got to, yeah. I think he's on about the same time we are.
Yeah.
We could become like sister stations. Hands across the Ohio. Things like that.
What's going on, Brian O'Brien? And he could ask us what's going on up here.
I know.
Oh, my gosh. That'd be amazing radio.
That would be more than amazing. That could get us like a... Are there awards for radio? Like Grammys, but they're like...
I don't know.
I
never won one, Larry. I wouldn't know.
Really? I thought I saw that on the resume you turned in.
Well, I put it on my resume, but it's not true.
I just remember, where have you been? Memphis. I was kind of a big deal. That's what I remember from that.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal in Memphis. Yep.
Now back to Elburn Jeff.
Now back to Elburn and Jeff.
Okay. Well, I guess there was somebody else. I remember David Crockett.
Jim Bowie.
The other one was Daniel Boone, but there was somebody that
Jim
was...
Jim Bowie.
That was the other kind of
that's who was
that
killed.
was there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess kind of threw Daniel Boone in there.
That's all right. That's all right.
Because it was all. It seemed like I remember a few celebrities in that days. Okay. Well, thanks for clarifying that for me. I won't be make that error again. I think.
Okay. Oh, well,
thanks.
All right, Jeff. Be ready. Be ready to get to Becky Palooza. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when is this coming up?
Well, they don't know yet.
Yeah, we're still sketchy.
Just kicking it away right now. Just getting ready.
We just mentioned today that it's going to happen, but we don't have any more details on that.
Gotcha. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Take care, Jeff.
Bye, Jeff.
Bye.
I shouldn't have. I probably should have said, yeah, that's what happened.
That Daniel Boone was killed at the Alamo, too?
Yeah, both of them. I probably should have.
Now we got to find out what happened to Daniel Boone. Exactly.
Yeah.
We should know this probably, right?
Yeah. Well, we need to know it before. I mean, he was from Kentucky. Before we talk to, what's that guy's name again?
Oh, Brian O'Brien? Yeah.
We should have more Kentucky history in kind of, we should have it down pat so we can make talk about things. I mean,
we got to talk about some Kentucky history when we call Brian O'Brien.
Because we can talk about Elgin watches and Elgin sweepers, but we got to have something from Kentucky. No, that's Tennessee bourbon, isn't it? Or is there Kentucky bourbon?
I think there's Kentucky bourbon.
Well, we could talk about that. Maybe we could even sample some.
Right?
Yeah, a little early, but that wouldn't stop us, would it?
We could see if Brian O'Brien is a big fan of one of Kentucky's greatest heroes, John Calipari.
Oh, yeah.
Head basketball coach at the University of Kentucky. Did he quit?
I think he had a lifetime.
Oh, yeah, he quit and went to Arkansas.
He had a lifetime contract. Lifetime.
Yeah. But I think he quit and went to Arkansas.
Yeah, he let him out of it.
You can go, John.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Thanks for almost taking us to the promised land.
Yeah. We were almost there. Thank you. Goodbye.
825 here at WRMN, 847-931-1410.
Who else do we have, buddy?
We have another caller that I can't identify at this time.
Oh, really?
It's going to take the on-air efforts to figure out.
We're going to have to vet them and see, right?
Yeah.
We're going to find out what's up.
Jubilant Julia first on YouTube says, I recommend Sing's Kitchen in Libertyville for David.
Oh.
So I figured David still might be listening right now.
Right.
I like cake too, says Jubilant Julia.
Boy, there's always cake at any Palooza.
Yeah.
Paloozas are known for their cakes.
Becky Palooza coming soon. Stay tuned for details.
Yeah.
Maybe Brendan will come.
Maybe.
Brendan is on YouTube this morning, and he says, good morning, Julia. I'm Brendan. BHB checks in on YouTube for a rare occasion this morning.
That is unusual for him.
742, he checked in, said, best wishes and get well, CK.
Oh, yeah.
So you knew BHB would be
Maybe we need to let Corey know that we're going to have a Palooza. Maybe she'd like to come back up from beautiful Texas.
To Fort Worth, Philly?
Yes. Maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it's hardly a Palooza without her.
That's true.
She is kind of the Palooza princess.
The Palooza princess.
Yeah. She's
Fort Worth, Philly, the Huntley Honey.
She's such a good soul.
Yeah.
I like her.
Corey Ainsworth.
Yeah.
I was talking yesterday when I was talking to myself here on the show, Larry, about Steve a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was thinking, because I mentioned Steve McMichael and the situation that he's going through, and he's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
He is.
This weekend. But he can't be there, obviously, and can't talk, can't move.
No, I know. That's
and
horrible disease.
It's got to be getting down to the very end.
Yeah.
And I said on the air yesterday that I didn't realize that as many people are inflicted with ALS as are.
I know.
Until Steve Ainsworth, really, because then I started hearing more about it.
Yeah, become more cognizant of it.
Yeah, and then you told me about your friend. And,
yeah.
And we got Steve McMichael. And
I think there's so many diseases. If you would be diagnosed, you would think, oh, boy. But, boy, if you get diagnosed with that, you just look up and think this.
Probably have a lot of quit in you at that point, you know?
Yeah, some people. I think it's how people handle it is really what makes or breaks them, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, when my wife was diagnosed, it was bad. It was bad. It's hard. It's hard to know how you'd do if it was you, I only hope I'm as strong as some of them.
I don't know if I would be.
I know.
But anyway.
Yeah, we didn't mean to get off
about that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just mentioned yesterday that at least with Stevie A, he didn't, I hate to say it this way, but he didn't last as long as Steve McMichael.
Well,
that's a good thing.
I think from talking to Corey, Steve had made up his mind that he was not going to be lingering.
Yeah.
That it was not going to be what defined him was his last whatever. And,
Right.
and as a guy, I always think about him two things, and I don't want to carry on too long about it. He had the nicest smile. He always had the nicest smile. And when you talked to him, you always felt like there's nobody he'd rather be talking to at that very moment than you.
Yeah.
He wasn't like some people you encounter where they're looking over your shoulder to see if someone they like or more important than you shows up.
Yeah.
Are
you done talking yet?
No, really.
That kind of response?
Like that. He was never like that. No. A genuine guy. And one of the people that I always, along with the people that sit outside, we were talking off the air about how much we like them out there.
Yeah.
Another one of the things, the people that this good old station kind of let us get to know, right? At least for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know Steve, I think one thing I liked about him is when he was in a good mood. I think when he started to have some health problems, he started to get, a little bit more frustrated.
Of course.
Obviously. But when he was in a good mood and all that, he wasn't the most complicated guy in the world.
No.
Just a simple guy that just enjoyed life.
Surfacey. Just
kind of surfacey, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, you didn't have to sit around and think, well, I wonder what he means by that. He kind of meant what he said, right?
Yeah.
There's no hidden meaning. Kind of meant what he said. No, he's a good guy. He's missed all the time.
8:30 here at WRMN. Back to the phones we go. Let's see who this mystery caller is.
Okay.
Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Good morning. I was wondering if you're ever going to answer me. I know I was a mystery caller. My name is Ruth.
Ruth.
And I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, and I heard you talking about Leah retiring.
Yeah.
And I didn't catch where you said, is it Elgin Public House?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Friday nights.
And when?
It's
Friday night.
The day after tomorrow, Friday night at 5:30 p.m. And we'll have appetizers and hang out for a while if you want to come by. Love to see you.
I was thinking I would like to maybe try to be there because I'm going to miss her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been there as long as I've been calling there, for the shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And then also on Fridays and that, and she was always very pleasant to me when I called.
Me too.
Her departure is like the end of the shopping show era to a certain degree. The shopping show is not gone, all the way gone, but she's like the last of the shopping show foundation, kind of.
Yeah, because Gary being gone, and then, but now Matt's kind of taking it over, right?
Yeah, he has.
Matt does a good job.
Yes.
It takes it takes special people to do that. That really have to be able to, one, get the listeners involved and needs to paint a picture of what things are to get people involved. It's not. I don't think that's an easy job to do. Yeah.
I always kind of dreaded it when I had to do it.
I know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know Matt was saying one time that he didn't think he could do it because he was kind of in a shell, but he said, I came out of my shell and here I am.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I never really knew. I got to say that with Matt, when he was working in the Redemption Center, I never thought that he'd be on the radio.
I know. Yeah.
I just never thought that when he was being talked about as a guy that was going to start doing Shop Show, I thought, Matt on the radio?
Right.
But he's just come on strong.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's for sure.
Yep.
Doing a good job. So
well,
and he's expanding, being in other areas too. Well, nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
I like your show very much, you and Larry, Mark.
Good.
And
we appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call us anytime, Ruth. We'd love to talk to you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Ruth. Bye-bye.
Take care. Mm-hmm. Ruth, a radio shopping show fan that listens to the morning show, doesn't check in with us much, but good to hear from her today. 847-931-1410. Got one more phone call. Let's take a couple of comments. Oh, I got to mention really quickly that it's time, a little late, but better late than never, for the call to action, the daily call to action for our staff meeting.
Right.
It's brought to you by Comfort Keepers of Elgin. Comfort Keepers of Elgin and their highly trained and dedicated caregivers can help your loved ones stay in the comfort of their home for as long as safely possible. It's a dream come true for many older people that have spent a long time in their home, the place they're very comfortable with. They built it. They don't want to leave it. How can you blame them? Comfort Keepers of Elgin. So we thank them for being on board with us here on the first shift and with WRMN. And we want you to hear really quickly from Comfort Keepers of Elgin now.
And we're back with WCK, Comfort Keepers Radio. So, Julianne, what got you interested in Comfort Keepers?
Mom passed. We were concerned about Dad being alone.
And Phil, what's it like to have a caregiver around?
Well, it's great. They help me get ready for the day and drive me wherever I need to go.
And I heard you guys are cooking together, too.
I'm learning.
It's been a huge relief knowing someone's there.
Learn more at comfortkeepers.com.
And so that's Comfort Keepers. Glad to have them on board. And as that commercial was playing, emerging from his truck out front, the one and only Northwest Wes.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty. We got too many Wests. Yeah. Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty. Where's Junior?
I don't know. Wow. Maybe he's sleeping in.
Could be. Yeah.
Enjoying his last few days of summertime.
Yeah. And that's happening, isn't it?
We'll start to see Wes and Junior more often. Yeah, school's about to roll. Friday night's the big back-to-school bash in South Elgin.
Oh, really?
And we met with Kim Washer the other day talking about America's First Responders Fest, and she said that the back-to-school bash is out of control with tons and tons of kids.
Really?
Like 2,500 people showed up to last year's event.
Yeah. Wow.
And they're going to have like 14 inflatables out there on Friday at Panton Mill Park.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah. 8:35 here at WRMN. Good morning to the Sultan of South Elgin. He says, good morning, Mark, Larry, and the WRMN shifters. If anyone wants to help Kyle Schwartz from Judson University with his travels to China for the World Baseball Tournament, see my next post. But I don't think he's made a next post.
Okay.
So we'll wait for his next post. We're going to have maybe Kyle on the station at some point this month to talk about his travels. This is a South African who ended up at Judson University playing baseball and now is going to play in a World Baseball Tournament in China this fall.
Wow.
He's gotten around during his life a little bit, hasn't he?
World traveler. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dennis D. Not So Young checks in. Good morning, First Shifters. Have a great day.
Hey, Danny.
We got Dino saying, God morning, FRV. That's short for Fox River Valley, Larry.
I knew that.
You did?
I'm pretty in tune with stuff like that.
Don't you love acronyms?
I do. No.
I'm getting tired of those.
Are you?
Yeah.
OMG.
Well, no. I guess that's an acronym, yeah, OMG. But I'm thinking like when everything's abbreviated, like every organization,
of course,
tries to come up with a cute little abbreviation for their organization.
Well, hasn't that happened with Trump now? Didn't James? But I hear it for more, where it's like D, I don't know his middle initial, DJT or something.
Oh, yeah, Donald J. Trump?
Yeah, no.
DJT.
Yeah, DJT.
Now, we have our own DTJ.
Yeah, I know.
Downtown Jose.
Yeah.
See, we've even made an acronym out of Downtown Jose.
I know. It's easier to get it on their name tags, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dino wants to invite everybody to the Elgin Public House for some appetizers and share some stories. Friday night, we wish Leah well on her retirement. Friday, 5:30, reminder, RSVP today.
Yeah, today's the last day. I think they need to get a.
They'd like to know how many appetizers.
Yeah, you're going to get there and look for an appetizer, and there won't be any.
The cheese will all be gone. You'll say, "Where's my cheese? You didn't RSVP."
Let me check the list. No
cheese for you.
No cheese for you. Get out.
Yeah. So let's see. The number to text, I guess, an RSVP to is 505 926-1410. That's the Image 360 information line. Image 360 in South Elgin. Bold Solutions, exceptional support. 505-926-1410.
That would be cool.
So come on out and see us on Friday night. Amboy Jeff checks in. Good morning, Mark and Larry, and all the first shifters. Enjoy your beautiful day from Amboy Jeff. Jubilant Julia says, hi, Brendan. Hi, Marky B. Hi, Larry, and all WRMN friends. I'm ready for Becky Palooza. So there we go.
Good.
James on the line. We'll take his call right quick, and then we'll take one break and then come back with some final stories.
The Sultan of South Elgin said he has a second one that he can see on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can you see it? I don't see it.
No, but I don't have my glasses on. I couldn't see it if he was on.
I do not see it.
Yeah.
Then I'm looking all the way down the posts.
All right.
Okay.
Wonder if he's like me and didn't hit send. You ever do that where you're waiting for an answer and all of a sudden you look and go, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on me.
That's how scatterbrained life can be.
Yes.
You can be in the middle of a text, something happens, and you forget to finish the text, or you even get to the point of sending it, and you don't send it. And then hours later, you look, and you wonder why you never heard back from that person, and you're like, oh, man, I never sent my return message.
Oh, man. Yes.
Hey, James, welcome back to the show.
Hey, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
There you go.
Yeah. We inspired you.
So here's the thing. I like history. I like American history. We were talking about Daniel Boone before. So the deal is with Daniel Boone, he was not from Kentucky. He was originally from Pennsylvania. He was born in Pennsylvania. He died in Missouri.
Wow.
How about it, huh?
Yeah, Pennsylvania, born, died Missouri. Okay.
So he explored Kentucky and Tennessee. Now, he's credited for opening up the Cumberland Gap and allowing, fighting the Indians and allowing the settlers to come through. But the backstory to this is he was being tried in pauper's court, or whatever they called it back in those days. When you owed money to people, they put you in jail. That's what they used to do. And so the judge in this trial found that he knew his way through a place in the mountains, which turned out to be the Cumberland Gap. And so he said the judge was kind of a corrupt guy, and he wanted to claim land beyond in the frontier, so to speak, so he could get the land rights to this land that he knew was going to be opened up. So he gives Boone a pass on the prosecution or the sentence and sends him out to claim this land. And that's how it all started with Daniel Boone exploring Kentucky and Tennessee.
So he got community service. Cool.
He got community service.
Yes,
but
he did.
It was based on a corrupt judge.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's it.
All right, Jim. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
Bye. Yeah. And he got a town named after him, right?
Boone?
Boonsburg, Boone something.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
841, James might want to know this. We're being teased by David this morning.
Uh-oh.
The Trump Now Save the American Dream rally is coming up on Sunday, August the 18th, 12:30 until 6. Hosted by a fellow who ran for governor last time, State of Illinois, Gary Rabine.
Yeah.
That's one day prior to the Democratic convention at the McHenry County Fairgrounds in Woodstock. $30 general tickets. And paradingfortrump.com if you want to come back to town for that event, James. Paradingfortrump.com. And that's coming up on Sunday, August the 18th. It's 8:42. Thanks for the information, David Tease. 8:42 here at WRMN. It looks a little bit darker outside. Like we do have a chance of rain this morning, a 50% chance. And if it's going to rain, it looks like it could be happening here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Some sunshine later in the day as we head for a high of 87 today. Next hour, when Larry leaves, we'll start having fun with the More Music Hour.
Yeah.
You can listen on your way home, Larry, or you can listen to Sports Talk.
No, I'll listen to you on the way home.
Okay.
Until you play something I don't like, and then I'll switch off.
I play songs you don't like?
Yeah, sometimes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But that's all right. That's the good thing about music, right?
Some like your songs, some don't?
Yeah, there's something for everybody. Yeah. I don't get to have just all Larry all the time music. I don't get that. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. I try to mix it up a little bit.
I know.
Kind of across the board. It's not one genre.
Yeah, I know. I'm not criticizing.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, sometimes if you play a song I don't like, then I'll switch off. That's all.
I got it.
That's all.
That's your right.
That's right, mister.
That's a free country, buddy.
It's a free country. Free radio country. Free music country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Bob joins us on the phone now.
Okay.
Let's see what Bob's got on his mind this morning. Bobby the Brain, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, Bob.
How you doing?
It's that going away thing for Leah. You gave the telephone number twice, but that was before I could pick up a pencil.
Oh, okay. You got your pencil?
Got it handy.
It's 505-926-1410. That's our text line here.
Repeating.
But it's only text. Is that
505-926-1410.
Yeah.
Can you leave voice messages or only text messages there?
I think you can leave a voice message, but we'll see your text.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, either way, I guess, Bob. Are you actually using a pencil?
No, I'm using a pen.
Okay.
Okay.
I just wonder how many people actually just use pencils by choice anymore, unless they...
Well, I have pencils here, too, but pens are more effective.
Right.
When they work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Take care.
Bye. 8:44 here at WRMN, and we'll take a quick break, come back and finish the program. We'll have open phone lines for about 10 more minutes and talk about a few things, and love to hear from you. It's 847-931-1410. It's overcast, cloudy, I would say, outside right now with a chance of rain this morning here in the Fox River Valley. Sunny and 87 later on this afternoon as we get into a couple of 2-3 days where there's going to be a chance of rain each day. In fact, more of a chance tomorrow, and tomorrow night, Thursday, could be kind of a rainy day. So keep that in mind. Keep an umbrella handy, as they say. 8:45 here at WRMN.
The best way to get rid of a timeshare that you don't want. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline. We're a group of attorneys that help customers legally exit their timeshares. It's an easy process. We guarantee results or you pay nothing. Exit your timeshare today. Call now.
800-890-5957. 800-890-5957. That's 800-890-5957.
Summer Lake House offers the ultimate waterfront family dining experience, complete with rustic summer-inspired decor and a menu that highlights simple, handcrafted dishes prepared with locally sourced ingredients. The Wisconsin-inspired Summer Lake House, where you can enjoy a laid-back, family-friendly vibe with delicious modern American cuisine and handcrafted cocktails. Don't just go out to eat, go outside to eat. Summer Lake House on Lake Delton.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley and the home of Radio Shopping Show.
If you are 50 years and older, you are welcome to join Elgin State Bank's sponsored movie days at Elgin Marcus Theater. It will always be on the second Thursday of each month. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. At 9 a.m., you will hear a very brief message from Sherry Aschenbrenner about upcoming senior events, and movies will begin at approximately 9:30 a.m. Coffee and a donut is complimentary. You can always call the movie theater hotline number of 847-888-7976 to find out what movies are playing each month. The cost is $3 if you are a member of Elgin State Bank, meaning you have an account there, and $5 if you are a non-member. And for more senior information, catch Sherry's Senior Showcase on the third Tuesday of every month at 9:15 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Come on out to the Country Donuts, that is, at Route 20 and Nestler Road. They're always open. Donuts are made daily using only the finest ingredients to ensure freshness. Their huge variety of donuts offers something to please everyone. Country Donuts doesn't stop at offering you the best donuts. Enjoy a delicious breakfast sandwich or stop in for lunch and try a bowl of their famous chili. Need a larger or special donut order for your office? Call 847-488-1900.
B-Lux Bar and Grill Wisconsin Dells is the quintessential American grill and bar, with refined rustic cuisine and award-winning libations. Their honest, feel-good food menu is complemented by a beer list to satisfy every taste. Classic cocktails and our signature shakes, rich and creamy with a splash of boozy goodness just to shake things up a little bit. B-Lux Grill and Bar, classic American cuisine with a contemporary twist. Thanks for listening to WRMN 1410. Don't forget to join us every day for our Comfort Keepers feature. Comfort Keepers is a leading provider of in-home non-medical care for seniors and other adults in need of assistance with daily activities. Again, listen daily at 7:25 a.m. for our Comfort Keepers feature. And thanks for listening.
The Distance Social, your spot for great craft cocktails with meaningful conversation. Whether you're out entertaining a group or out for a memorable nightcap, The Distance Social is your spot for starting or ending the perfect evening. Located at 314 North River Street in beautiful East Dundee, Illinois. Go the distance and find your social at The Distance Social.
Got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. Got to do my best to please her just 'cause she's a living doll. Got a roving eye and that is why she satisfies my soul. Got the one and only walking, talking, living doll.
See if I can stump Larry Day here on the show.
I know the words to that song. I could sing along with it. I do not know who sang that song.
Cliff Richard.
Oh, yeah, he had some other hits.
He did?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This date, 1959, he was number one on the UK singles chart.
Yeah, but Cliff Richards had a couple of rock and roll songs in him that did well in America.
Living Doll, the name of this song.
Yeah.
Song was one of the three from the film Serious Charge. You know that movie?
No.
Me neither, surprisingly. 8:51 here at WRMN. Welcome back to the show. About 7 minutes left in the show. And we talked just a little bit about sports this morning, not too much. Baseball, trying to avoid the subject right now. Getting excited about football a little bit as we get closer to the season. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Bears chatter and probably a lot of fans that are happy in a way that Matt Eberflus is not going to mess with playing Caleb Williams tomorrow night. Wouldn't it be something if he played early in the preseason and some freak injury happened and he was like out for the season or something?
You can't win a deal like that. You know, you have a certain number of people that say, if he doesn't play, he won't be ready. And then if he does get hurt, then people will be screaming, why would you play him?
Yeah.
You can't win.
The Hall of Fame game. He did not need to be playing.
No, it doesn't hurt at all that they're not playing him at all.
No.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you were kind of leading in.
Yeah.
Are we going to go talk about SB Nation for a minute?
Yes, sir.
Why don't we? Good segue, Pam.
That's what I was trying to do.
See how quick I was to catch on to that? You were talking about it for a few minutes, and I'm like, hey, wouldn't that be good? But anyway, we do talk a lot about sports. Mark and I like sports. A lot of people behind the scenes here like sports.
Yeah.
And if you like sports, a good place to check out is S as in Sports, B as in Blog Nation. If you like, To get the app for your smartphone or tablet, you got to get to the your app store and get the SB Nation app. You can always log in at sbnation.com. When you get there, please stop by the Knights and Ice blog, see what everybody Shepherd Price writing about. Then you can go anywhere. Mark's right. There'll be a lot of stuff going on right now about the Bears. Going to be a lot of people going on about the White Sox. There are people who claiming that the Sox didn't get enough for what they let go.
How can you know?
Well, it's hard to market a terrible team and say you should want these players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Anybody that wants one of those White Sox players, if it's not Garrett Crochet, which they've decided they are going to hold on to.
Or what's the center fielder?
Robert, yeah. If it's not those two guys, you can have them.
Yeah.
But you won't ever know. The White Sox won't know for quite some time whether these trades are going to make a positive difference or not.
Never know.
They just hope these prospects pan out.
Yeah, and there's a lot of chatter about the Bears, and we're excited about the Bears season, and we just hope that they're competitive, that they're not just... I always hated if you have a team that when the other team announces their schedule, the people on the radio are already checking that off as a win.
Yeah.
You know, I hate that kind of stuff. Anyway, there is a blog for anything you're interested in. You don't have to leave a comment if you don't want to, but what I like best is you can go there when you want to. So do us all a favor. Check out SB Nation. See if sports blogging is for you.
I've been a proponent the last couple of years of, especially after seeing some early season NFL games, of playing players more during the preseason.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think I'm okay with Caleb Williams sitting out tomorrow night, but, you know, if the quarterback's going to get injured in a preseason game, then I guess it's just going to happen. I mean, an injury is going to happen if it's going to happen, but I guess it wouldn't happen if he wasn't playing. But I'm tired of watching the Bears play on the first game of the season, and they're completely unprepared. And a lot of teams in the NFL are that way. And you lose the first game of the season or the first couple of games of the season
because you get back, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 2 wins you could have had, especially if other teams are not going to prepare for the season.
I know. It's not like baseball. It's not, although in the beginning of this year, I was thinking, the Sox have lost a few games. They'll get on a streak. We'll be okay.
Yeah.
No. That beginning of the season was like tripping on a stairway. The boom, boom. But, I think the other side, though, is I think you're nervous about playing them in the early because the offensive line isn't cohesive. There's so many variables that come into play that could get your guy hurt.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, we'll be talking a lot of football in the coming weeks.
Well, anyway, we are. We will.
Yeah.
You think we're going to have a picks?
I got to try to make it happen because our Uncle Gary used to make it happen for us.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm going to call Bob Karras, who's made it happen with rookies,
right?
And see if we can get Village Squire and rookies.
That'd be a great idea.
Makes
you stay interested.
Yeah, I enjoy that part of the year when we pick the games.
Yeah, I mentioned this to you. I see that our buddy CK. She doesn't send things very often.
No.
But she said, "Hi, Mark, Larry, and all the first shifters. Thank you for all the well wishes and prayers." She's going to be okay.
So
we just miss her. That's all.
Yeah.
We miss her.
Yeah, we rarely have heard. We always seek CK.
Yeah,
she's sitting outside every day.
We do,
but she's not a person that calls the show.
She doesn't really like. I've told her before. She doesn't.
She's called the show on days when we've had music contests.
Right. Yeah, sure.
And when we talked about having. What was your first car? I remember her calling on that day.
Did she really? I don't remember that.
She had a 1960-something Chrysler New Yorker, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how I know that.
That's a big ride.
But I can see CK in a Chrysler New Yorker, can't you?
Yeah.
She seems like a Chrysler New Yorker first car kind of person.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
And I don't see the Sultan of South Elgin said he was out for a walk. He was going to get home, and I bet he didn't press send. He said he saw it on there, and then it was gone. He thought the YouTube people had pulled it. It makes you wonder what kind of message was it.
Do YouTube people not like you putting GoFundMe links on their page or something?
I have no idea.
I wonder.
I don't know if they have rules or not.
Because he's got a GoFundMe thing.
Yeah.
This player, Kyle Schwartz.
Maybe so.
Well, we'll get the information out there in the next few days.
Right.
We're down to about a minute. We had another shooting in Elgin yesterday. We really didn't get to talk about that much. Not sure where you go with it, but but it seems like we've had more shots connected this year, Larry. We've had a lot of shots fired the past few years.
People become better shots.
Yeah. or there have been actual targets more often.
Right.
And I don't know if that says anything about Elgin or...
I don't know.
It's hard to make a connection when there's a shooting, whether that means Elgin's becoming like...
I know.
More of a crime-ridden city, or what's going on?
Part of the thing is, if you don't know, I mean, if a jealous husband shoots somebody, that's not really a threat to the citizens of Elgin.
Right.
You know what I mean? So unless you know the circumstances, I'm not too quick to seek shelter from these.
Elgin's an unsafe place because it's not an unsafe place if a man shoots his spouse.
Yes.
It doesn't make Elgin a less safe place to live.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Thus, if you're a spouse that's not cared for, I guess. But anyway. Yep.
We don't know if that's the case yet. But
are we leaving?
Yep.
Well, have fun on your music show, buddy. I'll be listening.
Thanks, Larry. I'll try not to disappoint you.
Thanks. Thanks, everybody.
See you on Friday. And we'll talk more about some news or whatever's on your mind Friday morning. Of course, I'm staying here, so stay tuned for the next hour. It's more music here on WRMN.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
Looking to get your fingers on some delicious grub? Look no further than Sticky Fingers in Carpentersville. Family owned and operated, Sticky Fingers specializes in chicken, fish, and shrimp, which you can choose to have dusted with flavor or doused in the sauce of your choice. Sticky Fingers strives to provide flavorful food with fresh, locally sourced ingredients. Sticky Fingers personally invites you to stop by and try one of their scrumptious dishes today.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 9 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The city of Naperville taking a proactive approach to drinking water safety. The lead service line replacement program is getting underway. The initiative is set to replace old lead pipes with new copper ones directly from the water main to residences at no expenses to homeowners. Further details on the project can be found on the Naperville Water Utility website. The City of Elgin inviting everyone to a community meeting to help shape the future of Wing Park. It's taking place on Thursday, August 1st from noon until 2 and again from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Wing Park Bandshell. The City of Elgin's End of Summer Bash is taking place August 10th at Festival Park. The event is free and open to the public. The theme is Candyland. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is great because you're rarely rewarded for just being you. Ever get rewarded for being left-handed? No. You get to use weird scissors. Your reward for being a Capricorn? Cold birthdays that conflict with the holidays. And your reward for quickly responding to every work email? More emails. But with Snapshot, even left-handed Capricorns with proper email etiquette could get rewarded for good driving. So download the Progressive app today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in all states.
For exceptional home-cooked meals, visit the longest family-owned restaurant in Elgin. Paul's Family Restaurant at Lawrence and McLean takes pride in their fresh daily specials like steaks, fish, pasta, soups, and more. Paul's fresh buttermilk pancakes and breakfast skillets are phenomenal. As you walk in, you can't help but notice owner Elaine's wonderful eye for detail. The toughest decision you'll have to make is what size leftover box to take home. Call 847-695-8687.
Take a historic walk through the home of America's greatest showman, Al Ringling. Located in Baraboo, Wisconsin, you can view the grand opulence on a guided tour, now hourly starting 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Weekday tours begin on the veranda and on the weekends in the tap room of the Al Ringling Brewery. Behind the mansion, kick back and try a flight of craft beers and dine at this family-friendly stop. Visit alringlingmansion.com for more information.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears signed wide receiver DJ Moore to a 4-year contract extension. The deal's worth $110 million. $82.5 million of that's guaranteed. Moore had 2 seasons left on a 3-year, $61.8 million extension he signed with Panthers during the 2022 season. Chicago acquired the star pass catcher in March 2023 in a trade that sent last year's #1 overall pick to Carolina. The Panthers used that to pick Bryce Young. Moore's new contract is the largest deal in Bears history. He's now signed through the 2029 season. Chicago opens up the preseason on Thursday night against the Houston Texans in the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. The Royals beat the White Sox 4-3 in Chicago. The Sox losing skid has hit 16 straight games, extending a franchise record. In Cincinnati, the Reds doubled up the Cubs 6-3. Cody Bellinger hit a homer in his return from the injured list. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We can get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to
Celebrating 70 years of serving the Fox River Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM is proud to inform and entertain you every day with great local shows that keep you connected with the people in your community, like the Radio Shopping Show, where listeners are encouraged to let us know about their experiences with our business partners.
We did the Japanese garden, and they had a free show at the time that we went. We went over to Denny's restaurant where we did the breakfast, and then we head off to Wisconsin Dells. We did the Pirates Cove, the Knucklehead. It was just a fun 3-day trip. So thanks to you guys.
The voice of the Valley and the home of the Radio Shopping Show. You are listening to WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Hey, welcome to the final hour, the first shift today, Wednesday. Looks like we could have some imminent rain. Just a few showers maybe around this morning. Let's see what the updated forecast says. Overcast right now and 73 degrees. Winds out of the northwest at 6 miles per hour. Wow, yeah, looks like we are going to get rain for a little while. It's showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 1 o'clock. And it's saying 100% chance. It wasn't saying that earlier. So stay tuned for rain, I guess. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I'm looking at the... Yeah, but you know what? A lot of the heavy rain is south. I'm looking at the radar now. And it looks a little scary, but the scariness is to the south. Let me see if you're watching on YouTube right now. Look at that. I'm not doing a very good job of showing it, but you can see what I'm looking at on the radar, and it looks like a big, heavy line of storms is about to cross I-57 south of Kankakee. And so they look like they're getting crushed pretty good by some heavy rain, but most of that is south of here. Obviously, Kankakee is to the east and to the south. And so if you're down in that area, planning on cruising down 57, heading towards Champaign over the next couple of hours, you're going to be stuck in some heavy rain trying to get down there. But if you're just staying around here this morning, it looks like you're going to be maybe in a little bit of light rain, but it doesn't look too bad at all. So it may not really get much of us, and if it does, it may not last very long. So you may just want to take an umbrella. The forecast that I'm looking at now does say 100% chance till about 1 o'clock. But it just doesn't look very fierce around here. It does look pretty fierce south of Kankakee. It's 9:08 here at WRMN. We are on YouTube at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Thanks everybody for chatting with us this morning and being a part of our YouTube feed. Please subscribe to our page and share it. Ask others to subscribe to it. Build those numbers, and maybe we can build the knowledge of our radio station a little bit more as we try to build our staff into a station that can share information on time, on the spot, things of that nature moving forward. And I'm going to be talking about this more in the coming days, but the week after next, we are planning some programming changes for the weekday lineup. And it's gonna make us more live and local between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Not starting Monday the 5th, but starting Monday the 12th. No change to the first shift. We'll still be on the air from 6 until 10 doing our thing together. But starting at 10, we're going to stay local instead of going to Brian Kilmeade. That's the plan. And we appreciate all the input of all of you that have said that you'd like to hear us be more local. That's been our goal from the start. Good morning to John Zimmer, by the way, as he exits his truck and goes back to work across the street this morning. So Matt, who's been handling our 3 to 6 in the afternoon shift for quite some time, basically ever since we made the staff changes 3-4 months ago, Matt being the most qualified to handle the radio shopping show, made the most sense to put in the radio shopping show time slot, 3 until 6 in the afternoon. But now that we're shifting away during the week, at least, from the radio shopping show, we can shift away from that lineup a little bit. And we want to stay local, and we feel like Matt makes the best fit for the mornings after I leave. And so the show, Out to Lunch, which right now has been on from noon to 2 and been largely hosted by Sonar and Bendamoni and Boquist. The show itself is still going to be called Out to Lunch, but the time's going to be shifted and the host is going to be shifted. And Out to Lunch is going to be on from 10 until 1. And Matt's going to be your host. And he'll plan a show every day, which includes interviews, local news, local calendar of events like he does right now. And we'll bring back Tradio, because Matt does a really good job with Tradio. Tradio might come back to its original spot, which for years has traditionally been from 12:30 until 1. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to plan the show in the next week and a half. But right now, that's the plan, for Matt to be on from 10 until 1 with Out to Lunch. Now, when we do go out to lunch and broadcast live, Matt will surely be a part of it, but we'll have others as a part of it as well. So that gets us live and local between 6 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. If there's any other breaking news to share with you through the morning hours, whether it be national news, local news, we can do that a little more readily because we'll be on the air the whole time. And then at 1 o'clock, the show that's been on at 2 o'clock here lately, Democracy Now!, is going to occupy the 1 to 2 slot. It'll be the 1 hour between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. that we are not live and local sometimes. But we still have that open book show, which happens from 1 to 2 on Mondays. And we might insert some other local programming in the 1 to 2 slot in the coming weeks and months. That's our goal. But on days when we don't have something like Open Book or another local show slated for that hour, you'll hear Democracy Now! It's a good, solid news show. Get you caught up on a lot what's going on nationally and worldwide. Following that, we're going to bring back Tammy You know Tammy, right? You still hear Tammy a lot on the radio shop, on the commercials. She's got a nice voice, and she's very knowledgeable, and she is a fun, entertaining person to listen to, and she's never really had a chance to host a regular radio show on this station yet. We've always been radio shopping, and so ever since we had Tammy Scully, she has hosted radio shopping, but she's added some of her own personality to that show. But now she's going to have a full opportunity to have a regular radio show. So Tammy will debut hosting the 2 to 4 slot, and then Sonar will hold down the 4 to 6 slot, and there will be others in those shows. But the entirety of the show from 2 to 6 is going to be called Fox Valley Afternoons. Fox Valley Afternoons, hosted by Tammy from 2 to 4 with friends. Tammy and friends, maybe we'll say, because she has a couple of others she's going to have as a regular part of her show. And there will be other days when maybe some of us jump on there if there's other reasons for us to be a part of her show. It'll be news, it'll be lifestyle, and again, we're going to do some planning of her show in the next week and a half or so before she starts. Lay out a format, a template to a certain degree, but it'll be adaptable as time goes on. Tammy on the air from 2 until 4, the first 2 hours of Fox Valley Afternoons as your lead host or hostess. And then Sonar will take over at 4, and he will host the final 2 hours of Fox Valley Afternoons with Sonar and friends. Those friends could include Bendamoni and Boquist, might be Dino, the director, and it might be others. We're going to have guests, local guests, visitors, and it'll be very interactive all day long. So that's the plan starting a week from Monday on August the 12th. Where does Brian Kilmeade go? Some of you Kilmeade fans may be wondering that. Plan is to try to play Brian Kilmeade's show in the evenings from 6 until 9. So Brian Kilmeade, his show planned from 6 until 9 in the evenings, a week from Monday the 12th of August. And we think most of the content of the Brian Kilmeade show will be still relevant and relative at that time, so that's what we're going to try to do with that show. Brian, in my opinion, has always had a good, very, very good, solid show. I've been a fan of his program, so I think that might be the best fit for the evenings. And then we're going to make a decision on what to do from 9 until midnight, but I'm looking at a new show that I'm going to, I don't want to really talk about it much for the next day or two until we have that finalized, but we're looking at some other options between 9 and midnight. So get ready for the new lineup starting a week from Monday. We're going to give that a shot, and that's an attempt of ours to become more live and local all day long and allow us to have more guests and more news and information all through your day. It's 9:16 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. All right. Larry Jones might be listening right now. He might be saying, hey, what about this music you were talking about? Well, I got on a tangent, but I've been kind of wanting to explain that throughout the course of the morning, so that just kind of morphed into that. But I'll be talking more about that in the next week or so. I do have some great music lined up for you now. It is based on this day in music history, and this I think is kind of funny. A funny story to me that leads me into our first 2 songs in the More Music Morning Hour today. July 31st, 1980. During an Eagles concert at Long Beach, California, tempers boiled over. You know, those Eagles, they were like a bunch of Type A guys, especially Don Henley and Glenn Frey, I think. Everybody wanted to be the boss, and there were too many stars in the band. And so everybody wanted to be the star and the boss. And so not enough, too many Chiefs and not enough Indians in that band, if that's a saying that we can still use. Tempers boiled over on July 31st, 1980, during an Eagles concert between Glenn Frey and Don Felder, who spent the entire show describing to each other the beating that each planned to administer backstage after the show. they was going to be fighting. Yeah. That sounds like a hell of a fight. Who's getting the best of those two, by the way? Glenn Frey or Don Felder? Only 3 more songs until I kick your ass, pal, Frey told Felder. Love it. Only 3 more songs until I kick your ass, pal, Frey said to Felder. The group's next album was mixed by Frey and Felder on opposite coasts after the two decided they couldn't bear to be in the same state, let alone the same studio. So did they fight? Who won the fight? The story doesn't say what happened later backstage, if that actually occurred or not. But the story made me think about the music of Glenn Frey solo. Well, because he was fighting. He needed to get away. He needed to be alone. And so he went solo in the next couple of years. And he came up with a different dynamic, a different sound of music, I would say. And he had a few hits by himself, or maybe not by himself, but he was self-titled as Glenn Frey. And it sounds a little jazzy, too. He went a jazzy style. This is a good song. You Belong to the City by Glenn Frey. And I have one more Glenn Frey song queued up next. The next song is called The One You Love. And then the request from downtown Jose, some Stevie Ray Vaughan and Little Wing. Glenn Frey. You Belong to the City. More Music Hour, 9:19 on WRMN AM 1410. WRMN Radio on YouTube. Good morning.
Down, the night rolls in. You can feel it starting all over again. Your mood comes up and the music calls. You're getting tired of staring at the same 4 walls. You're out of your room and down on the street. Moving through the crowd in the midnight heat. The traffic roars, the sirens scream. Look at the
Hi, we're Visible. Get set to travel this summer with a wireless plan that'll keep you connected on the go. All on one line with unlimited 5G data and hotspot. Now just $20 a month for 2 years. Travel like a champion with code CHAMP. Switch at visible.com.
And now part 2 of our Glenn Fry twofer here on this Wednesday morning, the final day of July. This song's called The One You Love. Once again, kind of jazzy sounding. And then we're going to have a little bit of a blues sound with Little Wing and Stevie Ray Vaughan next as our More Music Hour continues. WRMN, good morning.
I know you need a friend, someone you can talk to, who will understand what you're going through. When it comes to love, there's no easy answer, only you can say what you're gonna do. I heard you on the phone, you took his number, said you were alone, but you'd call him soon. Isn't he the guy who left you crying? Isn't he the one who made you blue? When you remember those nights in his arms, you know you gotta make up your mind. Are you gonna stay with the one who loves you, or are you going back to the one you love? Someone's gonna cry when they know they've lost you. Someone's gonna thank the stars above. What you gonna say when he comes over? There's no easy way to see this through. All the broken dreams, all the disappointment. Oh girl, what you gonna do? Your heart keeps saying it's just not fair, but still you gotta make up your mind. Are you gonna stay with the one who loves you, or are you going back to the one you love? Someone's gonna cry when they know they've lost you. Someone's gonna thank the stars above.
From the jazz to the blues, it's 9:29 here on WRMN AM 1410. More Music Hour by request from downtown Jose. Got a request from Genius George on the way in a few minutes, second half hour. We'll bridge the gap with a little local news after this from Stevie Ray Vaughan, originally, of course, from Jimi Hendrix.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
.936 here on the first shift. What a song, huh? Little Wing by Stevie Ray Vaughan. Before that, a couple of jazzy songs from Glenn Frey, kind of a jazz rock mix. And we have some modern English on the way as we go trendy with Genius George and his dedication to CK, listening in from Alexius in Hoffman Estates this morning. Hope you get well, CK. Thanks for listening to the show. Also listening in on YouTube as we continue chatting and having our staff meeting together in this hour as well. Brendan checking in says, I had White Castle for dinner last night.
Wow.
Wow. That is pretty special, Brendan. JP Car Show says, good morning, Marky B. Looking forward to a big car show weekend. JP's having one near Festival Park. I'll go over a couple of the car shows at the end of this hour. And he's having one on Sunday. Gilbert's Eagles Club on Saturday of this weekend here locally. And Sweet Sandy checks in. She was listening to me go over the lineup a short time ago for the week after next. Yes, Sweet Sandy. I will be putting out kind of an official email to everybody today about it. And so then our great guy who updates our website, Michael Patty, will put it up there and will be posted so that you can get used to the new lineup a week from Monday. More about that in the next week or so during the first shift and the rest of our shows here on WRMN. Today it's Brian Kilmeade at 10 and Out to Lunch coming up at 12 with Sonar. He'll be moving to your afternoon drive slot a week from Monday. It is a 9:37. We've had a little light rain this hour here in the Elgin area, and most of it appears as though it's going to miss us. A lot of it is hitting to the south. It has now made its way past I-57 to the east, but south of Kankakee. So if you're heading to Champaign this morning, you probably ran into some trouble with heavy rains. But around here, just light rain this morning and overcast throughout the morning so far. 73 degrees at the beginning of the hour, headed for a high of 87 today with some sunshine in a couple of hours. WRMN News Time now, 9:38. Good morning.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The City of Elgin inviting everyone to a community meeting to help shape the future of Wing Park. It's taking place on Thursday, August 1st from noon until 2 and again from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Wing Park Bandshell. The City of Elgin's End of Summer Bash is taking place August 10th at Festival Park. The event is free and open to the public. The theme is Candyland. The City of Naperville taking a proactive approach to drinking water safety. The lead service line replacement program is getting underway. The initiative is set to replace old lead pipes with new copper ones directly from the water main to residences at no expenses to homeowners. Further details on the project can be found on the Naperville Water Utility website. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America, N.A.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is great because you're rarely rewarded for just being you. Ever get rewarded for being left-handed? No. You get to use weird scissors. Your reward for being a Capricorn? Cold birthdays that conflict with the holidays. And your reward for quickly responding to every work email? More emails. But with Snapshot, even left-handed Capricorns with proper email etiquette could get rewarded for good driving. So download the Progressive app today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in all states.
Located in the heart of Wisconsin Dells on beautiful Lake Delton, the Delton Oaks Resort offers a classic Wisconsin family vacation. It's an on-the-lake experience with available cabins, villas, and studio condos, all with home-style comforts and amenities. and extra space for family gatherings, reunions, and small groups. With a private sandy beach and dock, you can splash around, swim, and boat to your heart's content. There's a pontoon boat, kayak rentals, fire pit and barbecue grills are available for use for registered guests. Book your stay and enjoy all the Ultimate Dells experience, with bonus passes to Noah's Ark Water Park. From s'mores to oars, Delton Oaks Resort has something for everyone. Visit DeltonOaksResort.com. That's DeltonOaksResort.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears signed wide receiver DJ Moore to a 4-year contract extension. The deal's worth $110 million. $82.5 million of that's guaranteed. Moore had 2 seasons left on a 3-year, $61.8 million extension he signed with Panthers during the 2022 season. Chicago acquired the star pass catcher in March 2023 in a trade that sent last year's #1 overall pick to Carolina. The Panthers used that to pick Bryce Young. Moore's new contract is the largest deal in Bears history. He's now signed through the 2029 season. Chicago opens up the preseason on Thursday night against the Houston Texans in the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. The Royals beat the White Sox 4-3 in Chicago. The Sox losing skid has hit 16 straight games, extending a franchise record. In Cincinnati, the Reds doubled up the Cubs 6-3. Cody Bellinger hit a homer in his return from the injured list. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We can get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
That guy talks so fast, he finished faster than I was able to be ready. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. 9:44 here at WRMN. Let's see. Time to go into our final song set of this hour's More Music Hour. Here on the first shift, Brian Kilmeade next hour. Out to lunch today, noon to 2. And Democracy Now!, 2 to 3. And then Matt from 3 until 6 this afternoon. Lineup soon to change. I'll have more details on that tomorrow morning during the first shift. Also tomorrow morning during the first shift, Brian Anderson has Kane County Speaks in the 9 o'clock hour. Meet Gretchen Butler, the auditor candidate on the Republican side, running for Kane County Auditor. Brian's going to have 3 shows this month on Thursdays. Tomorrow's the first of 3. He'll have Gretchen Butler tomorrow. Next Thursday, his guest is Eric Stair, running for Kane County Board. And then on the 22nd of August, he'll have Drew Sosnowski, who's running for Kane County State's Attorney. So lots of guests this month. Learn about some of your local candidates from Brian Anderson on Kane County Speaks. Well, our friend CK is recovering a little bit from a little skin issue she's got, and she's over in the hospital for the next couple of days. Could be listening in right now. Genius George called up earlier this morning, said, I've got to have a request for my friend CK, who I adore. I Melt With You by Modern English was featured in a 1983 movie, a forgettable movie called Valley Girl, says George, which starred Nicolas Cage and Deborah Foreman. The movie is about a punk rocker, Nicolas Cage, who falls in love with a Valley Girl, Foreman. A match made in cinema heaven. Not. Well, today it's not about that. It's about our friend CK. And this is a dedication from Genius George. It's Modern English to bring us into our final music set. I also have some Boy George on the way. How about that? And if I have time, some Survivor. I'm not sure if I'll have time, but we may finish with Survivor and their number one hit from 1982, Eye of the Tiger. Maybe at least a piece of it. We'll see. It's 9:46 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Modern English, I melt with you on the first shift.
Moving forward, using all my breath. Making love to you was never second best. I saw the world crashing all around your face. Never really knowing it was always mesh and lace. I'll stop the world and melt with you. You've seen the difference and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. Dream of better lives, the kind which never hate. Trapped in a state of imaginary grace. I made a pilgrimage to save this human race. Never comprehending the race at long gone by. I'll stop the world and melt with you. You've seen the difference and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. The future's open wide. The future's open wide. I'll stop the world and melt with you. I've seen some changes, but it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. The future's open wide.
you come and go. Loving will be easy if your colors were like my dream. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Loving will be easy if your colors were like my dream. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, chameleon.
One and only Boy George. And Culture Club here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube as we come down the home stretch. Why Boy George? Well, I thought it actually made a pretty good follow-up from the song before it. Those two songs kind of went together. I Melt With You from George to CK, from all of us to CK, as she's recovering today. Modern English started us off in that set. Why Boy George? In addition to being a nice compliment to the song before it, Boy George was in the news. On this day in 2006, he was ordered to do community service by picking up trash on New York City streets.
Wow.
Now, after pleading guilty to false reporting of an incident, he called police with a bogus report of a burglary at his Lower Manhattan apartment in October, and the responding officers found cocaine inside.
Wow.
Say it ain't so. 9:55 here at WRMN. I mentioned that I was going to mention the car shows one more time coming up this weekend. Car motorcycle show Saturday, August 3rd. Gilbert's Eagles Club, the 3rd annual. Rain date, August the 17th. I don't think that's going to be a problem. It's going to be dry by Saturday. Registration opens at 9. $20 for this show for your classic car. It includes a free lunch. So get your classic car in for $20, get a free lunch with it. I may bring the hippie van out that day. We'll see. 10 to 3, DJ and music, food and beer, garden and indoor AC. Inside the Eagles Club. 50-50 raffle. And a vendor fair. Gilbert's Eagles Club, FOE 1047, is at 325 Raymond Street. Not our Raymond Street, not the one that had the shooting yesterday. This one's in Gilbert. No shootings on their Raymond Street. It's this phone number if you want to find out more about the show, 847-695-7919. 847-695-7919. You can always send an email to eagles1047carshow@gmail.com. eagles1047carshow@gmail.com. And the other car show I want to mention is Sunday. Larry Jones sounds like he's going to it. Maybe I will. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do 2 car shows in the same weekend, but you never know what the weekend's going to bring. Sunday, August the 4th. Maybe I'll stop by this car show, if not put the hippie van in it. I'll at least swing through, perhaps. All years and makes of classic cars, trucks, motorcycles. This registration price is $15. It's 9:30 until noon registration time. And they'll have a top 40 awards by 3:30, judged by the Rolling Devils Car Club. And celebrity guest judge Jamie Helm from the Wicked Wrench Shop in South Elgin, and also from the Netflix series Tex-Mex Motors. This is along the Fox River at South Riverside Drive, Prairie Street and Grove, half mile north of the boat, it says here, otherwise known as the Grand Victoria Casino, just north of Festival Park. That's Sunday, presented by the Elgin Heritage Commission and the Elgin History Museum. And Cesaroni Barbecue, they will be at our festival, America's First Responders Fest, September the 7th. They are going to be out at JP's event coming up on Sunday. The car show, downtown Elgin. So there you go. Car shows coming up this weekend here locally. All right, I'll be back tomorrow morning. The first shift starts at 6, of course. Tomorrow morning, Brian Anderson in the 9 o'clock hour. Coming up next, Brian Kilmeade, and then Sonar's got Out to Lunch. Keep it right here on WRMN.
How many times have you heard about or driven past the Volo Auto Museum and still haven't checked it out? They have over 200,000 square feet of heated showrooms